Hello, YouTube. We are going live with the MSI VoD reviews. I am a good boy, so I have to wait 24 hours until I can do anything with this content, which we are doing now. So this is day 1 of MSI, right before day 3 is being played. But for at least Series 1 and maybe today, I am joined by the one and only LCS caster, Raafaa. Raafaa, how we doing?
I think I'm about to get ganked IRL. Give me 1 second. We're on stream. Anyway,
Oh,
I'm doing awesome, man.
Is our roommate back?
Our roommate is back with
okay.
guests.
Oh, okay. Good for Braden.
Oh,
yeah. Can anyone?
Anyway,
yeah.
We gotta dive into FlyQuest, man.
We do. We do have some games to go over. Yeah. So FlyQuest did find the 2-1 over PSG, and then T1 2-0 to Straw. That was almost a mouthful. So I'll be going over those 5 games today. And yeah, I'm excited to hop in. Obviously, I'm going to be posting this onto YouTube. Standard drill is that we stream it live, we post the VOD to YouTube, you guys can enjoy it there. So with that said, let's dive in. So game 1.
Hey, Mark. Oh.
We have FlyQuest versus PSG. I hear Mark getting ganked IRL. But that said, we're just going to start diving in the draft. Here's what we have. Fly PSG. So some of this we're doing some learning in terms of what the meta is going to be. I think one pick that is universally considered very strong right now is Vi. I've seen Vi right now on the ban list or first pick. This, of course, could change if we get to the later stages of the tournament. But I definitely... it very much appears that Vi Ahri are considered, like, very, very strong at the moment. In terms of PSG's bans, Lee Sin and Renaxon, if anyone watched the LCS finals, which I assume a lot of people in chat did, this isn't much of a surprise. These are 2 picks that are very big for Inspired and Blippo, respectively. That said, diving in, first pick not interesting. Then we have Senekench. Then we have Jinx Talia. I will say, the one thing that I was kind of concerned about going into the next round of this pick ban was the fact that the hot pot combo was left up, so we have Jarvan plus Rumble. I think that given that we have 2 immobile carries being shown off the bat, Rumble Jarvan was actually pretty... I wouldn't have given this over if I was FlyQuest. I think the bans of Xin Zhao, especially given they ended up picking Sejuani, not really warranted for me. And Wukong as well. That's a pick that does take a little bit of time to get going. I think Wukong is a somewhat fine ban, but I do think that giving them Jarvan, you ended up getting the scenario late game where we had a lot of... What is Mark trying to do in this? This guy's trying to change my title? It's not on stream. I invited an anarchist into here anyway.
I'm just adding crucial information to the stream.
Oh yeah, Raafaa's in here. Oh, I can do this.
Yeah.
That's easy. I didn't know you were back too. You can ship him whenever, by the way. Yeah, so I think that like giving hot pot combo when we have 2 immobile carries was actually kind of a tough call. I would have taken away at least Jarvan, especially considering that Junjia is a Jarvan specialist. I think it's one of his stronger champions. So I think that was a little bit of an error from FlyQuest. Besides that, Urgot's a really unique pick, I think, because Urgot, at least for Blippo, you can deal with lane swaps like decently well. If you were an Urgot and still be a carry later on. And a lot of carries in the top lane, it's really tough to play in lane swap scenarios. So I think this might be a pretty big pick for FlyQuest throughout the tournament. Besides that, Maple has ability to play make mid. Azir got nerfed, still going to see some Azir. Not too surprised about that. And then... yeah, I don't know. I think Senekench can also cheat lane swaps pretty well, but I actually thought FlyQuest got the better of the lane swap as we go through this VOD. So,
we definitely get to find out this series why Blippo was so adamant on the Urgot pick when he busted out for finals against Team Liquid. Even though it didn't seem like it provided that much value, I think in this series alone, you get to see why FlyQuest adapted really well with the lane swap setup that we get. Obviously, I'm getting ahead of the VOD itself, but something that I think we both discussed, Matt, before the tournament started, is that this is one of the few teams that benefits greatly from lane swaps because Masu still not the best laning ADC in the LCS, but if you get to bypass the laning phase and you get to the team fighting phase, Masu's a beast. And it's pretty much exactly how FlyQuest get to really use that lane swap to the advantage to skip what could have been. I mean, maybe Betty and Woody is. I know you've had. You have plenty of things to say about Woody, but I think still, even if Betty and Woody were like a more formidable opponent, the lane swap allows Masu and Busio to bypass that.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, in theory, yeah. I definitely think that like they're stronger in fights than they are in lane. But yeah. And both supports a mega grief this one. So this is funny. I pinged Busio when FlyQuest like made it to MSI, and I was like, you know, congrats on going international, like good luck facing Keria. Because he's talked about Keria a lot. And because I mentioned Keria when they won, I bumped the message and I was like, hey, like, nice win. And he's like, dude, game one was a mess or something like that. I forget exactly what he said. It was so funny, though. Holy, I was not real game one. So, yeah, I mean, I would agree. But anyway, that being said, it was messy. I do think it's kind of tough. That's actually something that I didn't talk about. The fact that J4 also, I think, nerfs Nautilus because Cataclysm interacts really well with Dredgeon. Vandu plays. Thanks for the follow. All right. We are not going above 2x for this review. Okay, so we are hiding where we are in lanes. So this is actually something we're gonna like really talk about level 1s and where wards go, given that we are on lane swap meta. So you can see here that Masu warded up here. And curious enough, so PSG is showing Senna like halfway bot side and hiding the rest, whereas Talia is only showing mid and everyone else is really hiding. Urgot walked up in base, and I can't see where Urgot walked because this was in the way. Oh, Urgot's up here. So Urgot, they overloaded top side and then Urgot base. And then it's late ward. This is all spotted. And Rumble's hiding. Senna, Ken shows immediately. And Masu and Busio are showing right away. So the best breakdown for why lane swaps are relevant, for Numi in the chat. FlyQuest member too, so not biased. Honestly, it comes from Kelsey Moser's stream. And I'm not going to go pull up her VoD, but over time, what made lane swaps, like Riot did a lot of things to deter lane swaps. And some of that comes from not just plate resistances, it's plates in general. Plates being worth more. So like plates used to be worth what, Mark? Like 210 or like 160? Like what was the max money you got from plates?
Per plate or plates total?
Per plate. Because it's 125 now.
It used to be like 160.
Yeah, it used to be 160. So because of the resistances in top lane, so top lane turret has resistances for the first 5 minutes of the game to try and deter lane swaps. Pretty much if you swap like this immediately, you're getting 2 plates to 1. Because there are no resistances bot lanes, so the enemy team's bot lane gets a bonus plate, but that's really only 125 gold that then gets split. So an extra 63 gold is literally a cannon creep. It's really not that valuable. So by if your bot lane swapping top is able to get access to full CS and XP and not be at risk of being denied, it's well worth it. And so like a lot of the changes that have been made to plates ended up bringing lane swaps back into the meta. Personally, I'm a fan of lane swaps are an option. I don't think they should be an option more than 50% of the time. I think like I want to see lane swaps in like 5 to 10% of games. And that might even be too much for some people. But I'm okay if lane swaps are an option. I just don't think it should be default.
It definitely shouldn't be the strongest strategy playable. Otherwise, then we'll never, ever get exciting, like early aggressive lane matchups and 2v2 bot lane
Yeah.
setups.
I mean, I think the League is going to balance itself so that it's as close to the solo queue experience as possible. And lane swaps are definitely not that. All right. That said. Also, I had to change up the tracks. It's getting a little bit distracting. Less distracting. All right. So, Rumble starved out of topside. He doesn't want to be at risk of getting potentially like ganked by Inspired. If Inspired were to start topside. I think the big thing right now for PSG is they do not know where Sejuani started at all. So part of why Rumble walks down for me is because if Sejuani did a 3-camp top, that Rumble's dead on my screen. So at Rumble's going to walk down and show bot and then go for this bot lane gank. Now this is spotted by Jensen. This ward was spotted, so this is dumb from PSG. If we go back to the level 1, I think Maple pretty much spotted Jensen drop this ward. Like, oh, he didn't. Okay, never mind. That's bad. I don't love this from Maple. Okay, never mind. This is huge for Fly. They spot Rumble. So Jensen's able to respond to this. And Inspired is going to use his time. Because, like, one of the standard plays right now with lane swaps is that you can just 4-man bot. Rumble's going to use his time to walk bot. And Inspired is going to hover. If Fly gets one game against T1, we should flip cars and set them on fire.
We should be happy rioting in the streets. Not real rioting, just like
that's how, you know, a college basketball and football fan would react if they won the national championship. Anyway, so the other like answer that's pretty standard right now for lane swaps is in this scenario, the top laner would then try and TP to catch XP, especially because the jungler is spotted. So this is one where because of the Kench specifically, we have 2 TPs on PSG, but it's on Woody instead of Rumble in the top side. So TK is going to go up here, and he's going to be able to actually soak all this. Now, while this is going on, Blippo has an XP advantage. Like, yes, he's splitting the wave right now with Inspired, but he's still able to catch everything. And Rumble is splitting it with more members. And this gets really critical later. And I saw a comment earlier on that Reddit said that, like, FlyQuest didn't take advantage of the lane swap game 1? I mean, I think they did. Like, they don't kill Woody here, but it's pretty hard to move Tom Kench. Like, once Tom Kench gets 3, I think he's kind of out. And then Jensen said he clapped Faker. He just didn't set a time limit. That's really funny.
Could you imagine that Jensen just saw 9 years into the future and said, yeah, I'm going to clap Faker?
I mean, they're getting Jinx out of the early game. I think the big thing this game was... Okay, this was actually kind of scary for me. I'm a little bit surprised that Blippo and Inspired didn't look. I guess not. No, it's Rumble. Like, the big thing for me is that Rumble is splitting experience here. Blippo's already up. Rumble's down and still splitting. And then the resources are going out of the TK who's getting solo golden XP, but it doesn't really matter. Like, it's TK. TK can't use resources nearly as well as Urgot or Rumble. And Rumble, for me, the experience is more important than the gold. Like, you want levels on this guy. His base stats are so good. We can play a starved out Rumble and still hit big Rs, but if we're down in levels, then it truly gets doomed. Okay, so now PSG are going to try and dictate this swap. Oh, hold on. Okay, we synced recall. So FlyQuest synced up their recalls, which I really like. So before we swap to the dragon, you're going to see Woody's basing, and everyone's going to recall. Whippo TP's back top, and they opt to match the Urgot again. Now, Rumble is already kind of starved out, and I think Rumble's game is really tough from here. Rumble was already walking bot. There's no TP. This pretty much seeds Drake. It goes right over to FlyQuest from this, because off this wave, they have numbers advantage. Spire doesn't have camps up. This Drake's dead. This also gives grubbies that are about to spawn at 6 minutes now instead of 5. It's one of the big changes coming into this tournament. Nice see from Jensen.
Yeah, I mean, Rumble gets pulled too to collapse because there's a potential 3v3. So Masa gets to push in this wave freely.
Yeah, it's like this is dead. And that's just gonna happen once the swap comes in. The next swap I really didn't like from PSG. Like this one for me, they're just sacking the Drake. But they get grubs off this, and I will say grubs are really valuable for Senna. Senna ends up getting a lot of souls this game. And I think the double grub take is a big part of that. So you're going to see Senna, you get 2 souls off of each grub that dies. Not to mention the little ones, you have a chance of rolling souls as well. So Senna's really fed here. This next swap, though, is the one that's quite bad from PSG. So PSG, again, is going to dictate the swap first. And this gives FlyQuest the chance to react. So you can see Rumble's up here. They're going to immediately sprint top. Rumble is still level 5. Rumble's down 2 levels right now because of the swaps that have been going on and because of how starved that Rumble's gotten. A lot of this was from the initial swaps earlier on. And this is what's going to allow FlyQuest to get this dive off. Yep. So we have pressure on each side of the map. I think Masu could have actually gotten the kill here. There is a way that Masu can guarantee that. He guaranteed the hit, but I think that with Sejuani's ability to layer the CC, Masu could have waited to throw the R. It's being a little bit nitpicky. I'm kind of curious why FlyQuest decided to swap back here. Like, I'm wondering if Masu could have gotten a bonus plate.
Yeah.
He's on his own, but I guess they already took one. Oh, it's at 4 plates. Never mind. Okay. So because plates were being taken, the tower gets a little bit buffer on these waves, so you get diminishing returns. This turret was already low, and PSG will brick this. Also, Betty has 43 souls right now. That is fucking stupid. That's without the double grub take. That is one really good thing about Senna Kench is that in a lane swap scenario, Senna gets to completely farm souls for free. Because you can walk up without threat of being punished. So even if you're trading HP even, I mean, you have a heal. It's really big. Melatonin didn't work. That's wild. Hollow B, what's up, Cubby? What's up, guys? Why'd they swap into Senna Tom? It does get Jinx out of the earlier lane phase, and they felt like they could punish Rumble more, which they did. That's my theory on it. Hold on, I didn't see how we got to this state. Iron Rumble was pretty homeless this game. Like, we're level 5, 10 minutes in as a top laner. It's not like they didn't get anything, you know? The Senna is what ended up breaking the game. I actually thought Masu played really well in like this game. The last fight was bad, but I thought Masu did play quite well.
Yeah. Masu played only one fight under par, if not poorly, and it happened to be the last fight of the game, which
yeah.
sucks.
That one was bad. I think there was a way where he could have put his foot on the gas a little bit more in a couple of fights, but I'm kind of curious to take a look at this. So winner tonight is into MSI main stage, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And then if they lose, we got the flash.
Yeah. I mean, for me, the Q was always gonna, like, if Inspire hits the Q, you can chain ult, kind of, like, do you get, like, a mini stun, you know? So,
Yeah,
I think throwing out both wasn't quite ideal. You can like, because like the WE does take time to prep, so you can try and then that on the flip side. Yeah, I mean the souls just keep on rolling in for Senna.
I'm not that mad about it. Like,
Actually,
people,
okay, so I think this actually says a lot about how FlyQuest views the game. Because for me, Dragon's free in this map. Like, you're going to have Blippo going into Rumble, and you get Dragon right now in 2 waves. So, Inspired for me could have walked behind mid right now and already prepped this Dragon on the next wave, or could have based and deployed with the Urgot to set up a free Drake. Instead, they try and go for the kill, and by missing this, they end up losing out on quite a bit of tempo, and they drop grubs. Because their tools are down now, and then they don't turn it into a Drake. So there's no play for them on this side of the map. Rumble's going to go back to catch this wave again. We can trade out grubs for Drake right now, and PSG is kind of making that call, like, we want the grubs. I thought giving away grubs, like, Azir is really the only champion that can abuse them.
Do you think they wanted, like, they get this kill, and then that gives them the advantage numbers-wise into grubs? Or...
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's a tough kill, though.
Yeah. And then that's more of a high-risk, high-reward play, and they just didn't...
Yeah.
Didn't actually kill Maple.
And, like, they also lost the window here to look for the Drake, and Maple gets to just...
Yeah. No, because they were not in the right place for the objective set up to make the trade.
Sorry, I gotta look at...
No, you're good. You're good.
I wanted to see Maple buy. So Maple's on Nashers, and Jensen does have to match. Jensen doesn't burn TP to go back top. But then we TP to make a play on the Maple. Who again, it was like fisting the turret with Nashers and 6 grubs. It's a very LPL pilled Azir angle. They get a nice kill on a Maple, though. So, like, that's really nice. But one thing I really credited FlyQuest for was how well they play through their sides being strong. They did this very well in LCS regular season and playoffs. I think that Blippo and Jensen actually have a really good understanding of how to attack sides together. So I do appreciate that, like, with Maple's flash being down, they do make something of this play, you know?
Yep.
But this also sacks the Drake. Now, I'm okay with that. I just think there was an angle where they could have traded Drake for grubs.
And then make a play.
They would have had... Maple would have had flash up, so I don't know if they find a play on Maple, but I think that's a better, like, a bit of a better world.
You can try to force Maple's flash that time, and then when Rift Herald comes up, if he approaches, you know he doesn't have a flash, and that's an easier kill to set up with Death Charge and Inspired.
I mean, I thought FlyQuest game state was quite good right now, because I know that I know that Gold's close, but look at Rumble's down 2 levels. And Masu has the gold. Tom Kench gold for me doesn't matter. So, like, if I look at the scoreboard right now, I truly think that FlyQuest is up. I think, like, the one thing that could have went a little bit better for them is if they pick up the second Drake. But, like, they did set Maple behind, so it's not that bad, you know? So, I actually think that FlyQuest... I feel like the only thing they could have gotten, like, more of out of the swap is taking second Dragon. But I think that FlyQuest actually had a pretty good early game. I think that they get in trouble. There's, like, a bad series of plays that comes in. And we'll talk about it here in a sec. Because pretty much Jensen burns TP and ult for nothing and then walks bot. And then FlyQuest just get... Like, they just lose topside because Jensen's bot.
Quick side note.
Mm-hmm.
These MSI title graphics remind me if, like, someone just did the... Like, bass
dude.
boom.
Dude, the thing that tilts me the most right now, I'm just gonna go into a different VoD. The draft. Like, what is this? It's a fucking lava lamp on my screen, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's such a tilter for me.
Like, I could see how, in theory, it could have looked cool, but something about the execution looks too much.
It's a lava lamp, dude.
It's giving lava lamp. It's giving, like, heat map weather. it's giving like someone just took a meme and Omega boomed the base.
Dude,
or base boosted it, right?
did Junjia literally just fucking blind EQ this? That's so unlucky.
Dude, he's such a Chad. Oh my god.
He blind EQs this. Like, we are not spotted here. This is the last time they spot Busio. There's a sweeper in the brush, and we control ward, and he's like, fuck it, we EQ. They have to be in here.
Dude, that is insane.
That kind of hurts. Okay.
That is some next level game state awareness. Oh my god.
Okay, hold on. I bet he thought Inspire was there. Could be Inspired spotter right now. Okay, yeah. He probably spotted Inspired here. And then there's a really funky Dredgeline mechanic where yeah. Okay. So this is where things get a little bit weird. We get Maple TP out for Jensen TP and alt. Jensen's bot wave, it's in. So Jensen has to go fix this bot wave. Bwippo yeah, and then Inspired just can't make this play. And then Busio kind of goes down for the sins. There's a lot used here. But that play, yeah. This play is not doable regardless they get the turret. It's really good for PSG. So I think looking back from a FlyQuest perspective, I mean, I don't think Inspired has to defend that piece of turf. They're trying to draw a line here. Because they don't want to let them in the Herald, but they can always drop this and try and connect with the Urgot. In order to have this work right now, they kind of need to catch both mid. Yeah.
Like they have flank TP wards set up for Jensen and everything. It just happens too fast.
No, there's not a play though. Like I don't think this TP is great for Jensen. There's just like for me, there's just not a play. Like Maple's gonna be stronger when he gets in. And Jensen kind of has to take this line. I mean, I don't think he has to take this line, but like he does take this line. He can't be more aggressive. Like for me, there's just not a play.
Dude, there's a world where Masu almost gets fucked by the Weaver's Wall.
Yeah.
No, but like maybe it's bad, but
wait,
what if Jensen TPs super early?
I just realized someone in chat said the fucking runes on the right side of the screen are backwards. Oh my goodness.
Oh, ew.
Why did you do this to me?
Ew. Oh.
All right, sorry. We're going to continue. I need the...
Oh, man. Oh.
So yeah, like for me, like there's already a numbers advantage here for PSG and then Jensen's bot. Rumble's able to get involved. They get more. Jensen gets this wave all the way in, but the tower drops. So, like, this is a pretty tempo... Like, the tempo... Like, we're just behind on tempo. By the way, this lane economy right now, I would 100% rather be where FlyQuest are. 3k gold on Tom Kench for 1.2k on my Jinx. I'm taking every day of the week. And Uriot has advantage. Give me. Okay, Busio dies. So we're late on this play. You can see the reset here. Oh, Maple actually cleaned up mid and then walked straight bot. I think this is a little greedy from Jensen, but TPs were down. And he has his team connecting. I mean, I think the big thing is that he just throws out his E. It's proactive instead of reactive. So if he holds his E to react, I don't think Maple can ever make the play that he does. And that's how Jensen ends up going down. And then Busio just gets tagged by Senna, and he's a Nautilus, so he's dead. Busio's making the right play there. He just ends up dying. The Senna has 80 souls right now, by the way. I know you guys can't see because my face is blocking it, but Jesus Christ almighty, we're at 81.
81.
That
So,
is bonkers.
what would be like a common Senna soul break point at like 15 minutes into the game? Would it be like 60, 50?
Like 50, 60. Souls cover Senna's Keystone. I mean, it's just fleet. Okay. This was good, though, from FlyQuest. I mean, like, they retake this side immediately, and I think Kelsey did a really nice job of breaking down, like, how FlyQuest sees the game. I think FlyQuest play very side-centric League of Legends. With Bwipo's side getting prio, and Jensen often, like, having the drop, but in this game, we're going to see a couple instances where Masu's going to catch waves low so they can farm out both sides, and it ends up working out. All right, so we can see bottom right. Rumble was way too far up. And this is a Phoebe. So,
by the way, Matt,
nice.
this is the term probably doesn't need to be explained for everyone, but I know there was a time when I didn't understand what it meant when you say catch wave high, catch wave low.
High means on their side of the map, low means on our side of the map.
Nice. Just clarification
Yeah.
It's a really cool term.
Yeah. Okay, so how do we get here? Jensen's cleaning up this wave. I thought Maple had a pretty nice game. He ended up doing some pretty good work. Maple's going to TP mid, and they're going to hit Drake and pull it up towards mid. So they spotted Jensen responding to the top wave. Jensen's going to walk, and then Woody just decides to die. I really can't describe this W any other way.
Guys,
this was the choice.
When me and Matt were watching this the night of, I looked at my phone for 1 second, and then I just hear from my left, what is this guy doing? Get him out of my screen.
I had a great tweet. I had a couple good tweets this night, not to toot my own horn. Most of my good tweets were about, so Busio's talking about like Carrier here, which I mean, I beat him to the punch. Like this tweet, kind of fire. This is a video where like Busio's a rookie on 100 Thieves. He's talking about like why he role swapped. My old roommate Joshua Malink says that impression's spot on. Mark is very good at impressions. But the one that's underrated is this one. This one didn't bang at all, but it was a banger. we're dropping Woody, guys, from Toy Story. Anyway, that was a banger. Yeah, we like for me, like this dragon is. There's no world where, like, we just eat out as Urgot. This dragon's gone, and Woody's just like, fuck it, we ball, and just decides to die. Really nice buffer from Junjia. I think Busio needs to go for Junjia here. Yeah.
Oh, was he looking for Rumble?
Yeah, it was sus. If he hits Junjia, there's unironically he dies. Because like he can hit Junjia, then ult Betty, and Junjia is kind of forced to Cataclysm in. This ult, by the way, is really nice from Rumble. Because Masu's taking a little bit too much free damage here. Masu should have played that a little bit more patient. So because of that ult from Rumble, they still get this. I think FlyQuest needed to respect the Rumble ult and then try and go back in. So if I'm looking back on this as FlyQuest, Rumble unironically saves the fight here. This is a really nice Rumble ult. And again, it's two immobile carries, and we're outranged pretty heavily by Rumble. Senna eventually, and Azir can interact. And not to mention Jarvan interacts well with everything. Yeah, I think looking back on this fight, we take this kill. And I understand when the push up for Busio, or a push up to help Bwipo. But I actually think that we play this though as FlyQuest and play towards the top side of the fight. Like I'm wondering if Masu and Jensen can like walk around that, and Bwipo doesn't get fucked.
Yeah, on the side of the wall.
Yeah,
with
I'm wondering if they
Bucio.
can walk up and have Busio check that, and then they don't get fucked. Because if that happens,
Because-
I will say if that happens, Blippo and Inspired are not connected, and Jensen doesn't have a flash, so I feel like Jensen's a little bit at risk. But Masu at least would have flash, so like even if Jarvan sends it, which he can't because he EQ'd out from Blippo, I think it's still fine. And Maple doesn't have flash either, and Busio can play to cancel Maple. So I think that's the solution looking back.
Yeah, go back. Just because then we can kind of like draw out the lines here.
Right here, Masu and Jensen should walk up.
So Matsu Jensen immediately walk on the other lip of the wall.
Yeah.
Hug the wall with Busio. If
Yep.
Maple ever tries to go in to like shuffle them into Junjia's Cataclysm range, Busio should be able to just interrupt Maple.
Yeah,
on the entry.
Busio's like he's in the brush, so like even the control ward fear isn't there. Like they could have respected that and then walked up, and we could have like at least waited. I think their health bars would have been a lot better off, and maybe there's a look for a fight. At the least, you get that line brush, and that makes things a lot harder for PSG. It's a much better line for FlyQuest to play on.
Right.
Okay. I don't need to see Woody send it again. That's all right. Busio's going to try and match him here.
Oh my god.
Oh, no. I will say, I think this timer's okay because we do see... Was Jarvan spotted bot? That's what I'm looking... No. But Maple and Rumble are both spotted on sides, so I think that this is a good look for FlyQuest. It's just we don't execute, you know?
That's tough.
In the words of
Imagine if he
Busio.
does actually flash over the wall. He at least gets Devour out of Woody, I think.
In the words of Busio, I was not real game one.
I think there was a really good tweet from Forrest where it was like, I fear
The
that
lights, yeah.
are too bright.
The lights are too bright.
Someone queue up the weekend blinding lights.
Someone get Perks' hat.
Honestly, in Jan's first series or first game at Worlds, he also looked really bad. So it's okay.
Jan's first Worlds.
Yeah. I mean, Jan's first Worlds in general, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
but,
it happens. It happens.
yeah.
All right, that's fine. Woody's going to send it now. Woody's going to send it. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, this is a good example of I think it's the moment that Kelsey had on that stream, but again, Masu catching low and both solos catching high. And they spotted the hover on top side, so Blippo is able to back off a little bit early. And now we get a timer where, again, Azir and Rumble just showed, so FlyQuest get another timer to look for a play. They aren't here in time for this one. They don't look, but again, I think this is really... FlyQuest very much sees the game from a very side-centric point of view. And like what we saw with Jensen and Blippo playing off each other, it's very common. I think that Blippo's Renekton is especially scary because like of how he's able to put pressure around the map, but also like dictate his team around Renekton as well.
This is actually very similar to how Maryville under Jensen Go's coaching would play too.
They were 4-man deploying this side though. Whereas FlyQuest is like deploying mid and then letting side laners get push.
Okay, so it's not 4-1, but I think the idea is still similar.
Yeah, it was overload sides, whereas this is like push sides.
Yeah,
which I agree with. Jensen, I will say that a lot of his formations did involve dropping mid, and I think the dropping mid is very slept on in this game. Anyway, regardless, I thought FlyQuest had the game won from here. They took Baron, or they got jungle. Busio's doing a nice job of holding the line here. And then there's a TP that comes in. And then Woody is...
He's getting his participation in, you know?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the PSG bot lane. This is game 1. All right, really nice job though from FlyQuest. That was a really nice series from them. I think that they like pretty much like them getting caught in top river. I think was like the one really big error that ended up in the mid game. But like for me, I thought FlyQuest played a pretty decent game. We ignore Drake because we have Baron, so we push the waves. Let's go. We can get that later. And then Maple showing top, so they make a hard play and they get Maple TP.
Yeah.
That said, this gets a little bit slop. Just a wee bit. Oh, I missed Jensen's flash here.
Something I appreciate from...
I think if Jensen flashes the other direction, he's safe.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. What were we going to say, Mark?
There's a small moment, but I think the minion wave was coming in, so it didn't really matter in hindsight. But it was like a small optimization I thought Inspired was doing. He kept dashing back into turret range while Masu was trying to kite back. So they make this dive, right? And I think the minion wave at some point dies, and Masu's trying to kite back behind. So Inspired is purposely tanking up the turret so that Masu doesn't ever take turret aggro while he's...
Oh yeah, that's a nice idea. I'm trying to see if we can, like, we don't have to fight, because fighting here kind of griefs tempo in the end, because it's not a clean fight. I'm not against taking this. I think they win this fight. The issue is that Jensen gets stuck. I think Jensen needed to play out to Masu, and then things go well. I don't know. I think we just take the turret here for free. I don't think they need to look for this fight. This is a really good scenario. You can always look for the fight a wave later with Talia, or they can take mid and like this for free. I think they got a little bit hungry here for blood. And again, I think if Jensen plays out to the turret, it's better. Because then we're outer range. Like, we get stuck on the issue with being stuck on this wall is that Maple is still able to DPS. So I feel like this is Azir's range right here, roughly, right? So like,
protected.
Yeah, like Masu is safe, Jensen's not. And I know that Jensen's the one that eats the spells here, but if we flash out towards Woody, we can at least play back easier. Yeah. Because like then Betty's not on us either, and J4 burned all the sums. Or not the sums, the spells. Okay. It's a good example, though, of why we don't take Drake with Baron. We can always just retreat to it, and then it's fine. You can always take it on exit. Yeah, Baron, you're pushed that far out.
There's a sequence of things you can always get after you push for the main objective at play. Camps are included as well. There's always like a priority of like what do we get first while we still have the Baron buff up, and a lot easier to just swamp camps through on. I think every time whenever we make plays, it's like, okay, we've pushed all the way through like maybe this inhibitor tower or this Nexus turret, but when there's nothing more, we can eat camps easily though on the way out, because now we've put pressure with super minions coming in or in the next wave that comes in that they have to catch first. So, and then everyone gets a chance to reset. Dragon's up in 3, Baron's up in 2.
Yeah, it's kind of quiet. It's just we're in a seesaw state right now.
Yeah. I mean, already FlyQuest are shifting their vision control up towards top red jungle.
That was a nice seesaw, though, to get control of top side. Like, Jensen can always catch this, though. Maple's going to push one more wave. But now we get some time to hit this. We get Blippo Flash, though. Yeah, this... I actually think that PSG, one of their better adaptations, that they did start Cataclysming Blippo. So Blippo's like really range gated by here. We're gonna get any Scion and Playins? Oh, abso-fucking-lutely, we're gonna get Scion showing up.
Yeah, if we're in
your boy's
lane
back.
swap.
Yeah. Carry tops are dead, man. This is the meta, J-Dads, where you just would play tanks top lane and like hit high diamond for free.
This was actually really nice from PSG. The fact that they forced a cataclysm,
Yeah.
they weren't even looking for a kill. They just wanted to
They get flash.
distract Fly's Eye. Yeah, they wanted to distract Fly's Eyes for a bit while Maple was pushing in this wave, because all Fly's attention is like, oh shit, are we gonna fight? Is Maple gonna look for a TP? Like Jensen is already booking towards topside, preemptively thinking about how do I need to come into this fight with Weaver's Wall, and then PSG are like, well, we never wanted a fight topside.
Yeah.
And then Maple gets a free wave crash and half the damage on this turret. And then Jensen is forced to TP back. So now you have TP advantage mid lane.
Yeah. So Josh, lane swaps came back because they kept on nerfing the things that they put in place to prevent lane swaps in the first place. So like plate gold, by bringing down plate gold, and the resistances top lane I think lasts for 5 minutes now, the bonus ones. So pretty much early game, you kind of trade 2 plates for 1. But if Jinx is able to get access to, you know, full XP and everything, it's worth. Okay, so they bully out through mid. I don't know why they threw this out. I'm trying to see, like, the last time. Like, they see Maple here. I guess they were scared that, like, they could have been on Baron, but Masu didn't have Trinket up. Yeah. It's a little bit awkward. Junjia gets a little bit of a grief in. They get tower. I'm actually... Okay, Blip was basing. Masu's able to heal. That's good. This is good from Busio. I just don't know, like, what FlyQuest wanted to play here. Masu taking red right now is really good. Yeah, I think that's really good. This was really good. Oh. Busio should have flashed ult Betty here instead of Hook. If Betty is flash ulted by Busio here, the game ends. I know that Forrest tweeted this out, but game's over if Busio flash ults Betty. Because Betty has to flash to Woody, and then there's an eat, and then you just dredge line follow, and then Betty gets stuck. Like, for me, that's like a really guaranteed play that was missed out on. Regardless, they forced them up, and now Masu, the play is for Masu to probably go solo Drake? No? That's surprising to me. Okay, we're going to walk with Inspired to take Drake, hopefully. Ooh, looking back here, I think Masu could have played a lot more aggressively towards Drake. Only Tom Kench's TP is up, and we forced them out to the river. If we can 4v5 and have Jinx hit the Drake, I think PSG's in a really shit spot. FlyQuest could have taken the Drake and then been able to like return to the map a little bit faster.
Go back to mid. Does he have Death Rocket up again when they...
It's 8.
Oh, it's coming up into 8. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
No, like you saw them walk out through top. That's Jinx Dragon. After this mid wave dies, that's a Jinx Dragon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because even if they come back and there's a fight, now you have global to like still assist.
Well,
and look for,
even uniquely with Jinx too, if you kill that Drake, you get a reset, so you can get to the fight faster.
Yeah, you speed on over.
Yeah. Or you get excited, I should say. Yeah, so it's another Cataclysm on Blippo, and like this fight from PSG was really nice. I think the mistake here, honestly, I think Busio has to hold ult because no one can interact with Busio's ult. And like, you can't ult Junjia because no one can interact with that either. We're just so outranged here. I think Busio just has to wait and hold this, and then FlyQuest try and re-engage after. And I think the approach from PSG was really good because they do have range advantage. And for me, the Urgot pick this game, like, I can understand it. I didn't like it quite as much this game because I feel like the onus of execution, like, it has to be Talia walls for engage. And I think that the rest of FlyQuest engage, like, it's good enough looking back, but the range advantage and ability to interact is for sure for me in favor of PSG. And with this kind of setup with FlyQuest, by like not playing towards any sides, like Jensen just caught the side low. If Talia's catching sides on her side of the map, then the threat of setting up like really good wall angles goes down quite a bit. And Jensen's spotted on vision here before this fight. So like for me, again, there's just no threat of a wall coming in. They're playing to defend the Baron. Like the team fight angle right now is kind of shit for FlyQuest. I think the terms that PSG took this fight on were much better. Lucio dying with flash for me is fine. I think his flash can be used elsewhere.
Yeah. This is... I'm like looking at Inspired's positioning too, and like he's forced to throw out ulti, but like I don't know,
it's
like,
on a really shit target.
Yeah, like I don't know if he was like aiming for Maple.
Like there's no fight. Like Masu and Jensen are so zoned out by this. Like any so fight, like, if they hit Rumble with Sejuani ult, it's maybe doable. But Sej ult came out here.
Yeah, because the purpose of this ulti is either to guarantee Jensen hits a combo. He's literally not in range of anyone unless he flashes, but then he has the flash over Rumble ulti, and then that's just suicide. The only reason why I even think they do this is because they're trying to stop people from falling up in the fight. But then again, it's like, is Woody gonna actually W in onto Bwipo? Is that what they were afraid of in that moment? Because it seems so
actually puzzling. This ult from, I still think the issue is the fact that like went for blue. Like Masu resets here to get an item, which you're 80 carry, you're getting LDR. I'm fine with this. Maybe like, I think all this can be avoided if the dragon was taken at the timer I'm talking about right here. Because if that happens, then Masu gets item. He resets faster. The other team gets blue buff. Like he's actually at this fight because there's a winning fight here for FlyQuest right here. If no, never mind. Sorry. Never mind. Regardless, I think Masu is like with the team a little bit faster, and maybe they can get a little bit more control over the map, like play up mid lane. I think this was really hard for them. Okay. All right. I'm done with this play. There's just no angle.
It's just really, really smart from Jinjia to recognize that, like, when you see all 5 members of FlyQuest just like all stacked like this back to back, and it's just so hard to cross Rumble ulti. I mean, you get a free Cataclysm, you get a free chunk on Bwipo, and then the fact that Inspired and Busio kind of play into PSG's hands, just throwing out their ultimate. It's like, well, guys, they have nothing else that can stop us from following up on the second fight.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Mwink. It feels so weird saying Mwink. I'm with Josh. I think that the Jarvan ulting Urgot like really started to change the way this game worked. Even more reasoning for me to get rid of Jarvan and draft. This was very well played from Masu. Schneisch. So that's good defense from FlyQuest here.
Yeah.
I also just really love how disciplined Masu was by holding flash. We don't need to flash this, and that's a good. This is a good ult from Busio because like it does prevent the follow up coming in.
Also, Jensen's in a position where he can actually come in with the wall, and
it completely blocked out Bwipo. We'll ignore that.
It's well, that part is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But like to the same degree that PSG used Rumble ulti to prevent rest of FlyQuest from walking up to protect Bwipo, they FlyQuest do the same thing with Weaver's Wall once Genji sends it for Masu.
I'm wondering if instead of pushing up this wave, if FlyQuest could have played for top wave and if their world's better. Because I think at least if you play for top wave, you can lay a trap in the jungle and make it so that PSG has to walk through the lane and play 2 and then back off. But by extending for that, like, they also would get 2 waves in against Baron. Like, get 2 waves in deeper. I think that's better Baron defense, but regardless, they get forced off. We don't need replays. We always go back through stuff.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You're staying out for MSI, my friend. You gotta wake the fuck up. You gotta walk in.
Make me some of your coffee and I'll walk in.
I got more coffee left.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah.
Shit. All right. Might dip out after the end of this game. Secure myself a cup.
It's like a half cup, but yeah.
Half chub.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, we can work it to a full chub. Anyway, PSG. Maple gets hit.
Where's the Rumble ult? That's a really, like, this is an okay start, I think, for Fly. This was the fight where I feel like Masu could have flashed. Because for me, like, he takes so much damage from Rumble, it gets hard from here.
Just flash to the right over to Jensen.
Yeah, like he's down to 0 HP. And honestly, like, there's a world where you can trade flash for flash maybe with Betty, but his E's up. Fucking Senna E, man. Fuck this Champions kit. You get to play from 700 range and be invulnerable unless you're 300 range in. That from Busio's losing. Also, I think Busio getting split here is bad. Maple only hits Inspired. And because of the hot pot combo, nothing happens. And because Senna E is just fucking horseshit. I hate this champion. We listen to Tay Tay to watch League of Legends? Yes.
Who Tay Tay?
Taylor Swift.
Oh, dude, this was the greatest game.
Yeah, this was actually crazy. Actually, just Giga Brain from Masu.
Dude, wait.
That was a crazy vision pocket.
Reaction to looking at the player cams.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was a little bit of a reaction. So shit.
I think the only thing I could have noted throughout like this series is I think Jensen getting this wave all the way in. I would have rather had Jensen. Oh shit, we got a replay. I would have had Jensen. I know he's like halfway to top right now. I would have had him rather be responding to Maple late, because the Seesaw would have lined up to be a better timer than. So this is what, like, for Dragon setup, we call it the 3-2-1 push. Shout out to Kelsey Moser. 3-2-1. So you want to shove out top lane 3 minutes and 1 minute away, and then shove out bot 2 minutes away, because what happens is that this gets inverted. So we shove out top lane 2 minutes away, and you can see what happens to this wave. Right? So we're going to get this all the way in. And now when the objective's up, based on the timer, 1 minute away, it's on our side of the map. And then it isn't responded to. Bot gets shoved out 1 minute. And then Jensen... Honestly, Jensen gives up the angle. Like, for me, if Jensen actually stays north here, there's a Weaver's Wall combo that's pretty good. I don't think Busio should be starting this off with Hook. I feel like the play should be to, like, try and get the wave up, like, up here.
Mm-hmm.
And we can maybe use a wall to, like, cut things off. I think Busio starting off with Hook makes it pretty losing.
So fucking insane.
I was down with this. I was very down with this. God, Tom Kench value is so good. Yeah, and Senna is like just bullshit right now. Ah, the Senna champ, man.
Senna is very fun to play against. Yeah.
You get the early strength, and you get the late game range.
Did they ban Senna after this game?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you really want to play Senna Kenshin and Lucian Nami, so by first picking Lucian, you do kind of take away that option.
Oh, that was a lot of damage. What did Masu get hit by? Oh, okay.
He gets QR'd. Yeah, Blood Song's on.
Oh my god, Q ulti did like 2/3 of his HP.
Yeah. Reset and the retake. That cannon minion actually took down the inhibitor turret. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like Jensen here as well. Like Jensen can threaten angle, you know? Like if we're playing from top pixel here. Shit. Yeah, I mean Blippo gets completely zoned off. I think Blippo and Jensen need to be switched, like the angle they're at right now. If they're positioning switched, I actually think it's like somewhat doable. Because Blippo gets zoned off from River, and then we trade. Yeah, it's still somewhat doable at this point. Like we just sack everything. Yeah, now Jensen like gets back up, but there's a ward, and then that gets dropped in. This is not on fast enough.
Fight was so
And then
tough,
Masu walks in for Nada.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is not okay.
Yeah. Snooze.
Yeah.
And that's game.
Yeah.
All right. Next game. No, Senna's not taken away. It is Vi, Ari, and then Renata. The Renata bans definitely take away the Callista Renata answer into Lucian Nami. So Lucian's picked. It's Callista Ashe. I mean, I will say that I like the few games I saw at PSG, which were not many. I did not think highly of their bot lane and their ability to push advantages. And someone that worked in the region, Molecule, did agree on Twitter. So I think this is a good scenario for FlyQuest by giving them a bot line like this. I feel like this is punishable. Like this team isn't as good with this as usual. I think Ashe is still a very OP pick. And yeah. Anyway. They respond with a not ban after Renata. I guess they're scared of a not opener and Renata response, but that was a wrong read. It's Lucian.
Cubby, are you saying you do not have faith in Betty and Woody's Callista Ashe lane?
No. And that was correct. I'm glad we're having fun with the soundboard, Mark.
Oh, 07.
All right. Poppy's in ban. I guess this is the second time we've seen Zinban setting up a Sejuani pick. So for me, Sej can like, you ultimately end up getting fisted by Zin if you are Sej, but you do have options to neutralize Zin earlier on as Sej. But I guess we just decided this matchup's not that playable. This inband leads up to volley being taken away. It is Sejuani with Azir and no melees, which I like. Even if Sejuani is very malleable. Maokai pick I love. It's so good against these three, and it's playable in the Sej, then Urgot again. Cassante is not a great pick in the Urgot, but does better into the lane swap scenario. That's all the time I'm going to spend on draft. Yeah, if you open Lucian, you're pretty much banning Senekench. Ooh, you know what I can do here? Oh, wait. I'm not going to increase the camp size. It's fine. Okay. We need to really watch level 1. So again, FlyQuest hiding everyone level 1. And they really don't want to lane in a Kalista Ashe if they don't have to. For me, I feel like PSG playing the level 1 like this is very poor. I think they really need to push harder with the Kalista Ashe. Like, this ward's fine. But if you push into one side of the map, you can at least try and find the option to lane into the Lucian Nami, which you definitely want. You're playing double Halo Blades. Now, that said, that ward's given, but we just get to brute force the Urgot Maokai clear. So now Sejuani, Cassante are late. And this is the other iteration of the lane swaps where we're going to end up catching waves in between turrets, which is quite nice. So you can see we have team clears going on. Gold goes to the jungler. Mabel played in the LCS, but he is known for his time in Flash Wolves. You can see here some of the play changes. We're at this tower first as FlyQuest, and we almost have it down 3/4 of a plate before PSG gets here. And with pretty much the same numbers and damage, they're going to get 2 plates, and FlyQuest only get 1. We were splitting it many ways. Now things run out. All right, so now we leave Blippo up here. TP comes in from Cassante. We don't get a base in. And now the top laners get to play against each other. But we did get Lucian Nami out of the first few levels of the game, which is quite good, and inspired Yoinks the Crab.
I'm just saying, Matt. We gotta watch. We gotta watch the Fly T1 teaser after this.
Oh, it's good.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen one quote, and I'm like, oh shit, this video's hard. I already know it's hard.
I mean, I think it's gonna be a 4-0. I think for me, FlyQuest, I had them 2-0ing this game. Or this series. I thought FlyQuest would actually fund 2-0 pretty easily. I was a little bit wrong. I mean, Woody, dude, what the fuck? Like, it's a nice bubble, but even if that bubble doesn't hit, like, we just get fisted in this trade, man.
He takes at least 2 free autos that he didn't have to take.
Oh boy. Outside of the fast first turret, seems like play gold split among 3 people makes it so diluted. Yes, thank you, Josh. See, you were smart about this game. God, it's almost like you coached before. You are correct. All right, so Jensen is...
What was your peak rank, out of curiosity?
J-Dad's was D1. I don't know if he ever got Masters.
I was really hoping that he was higher than your peak rank.
Nope. I was living with him when I hit GM, though. He called me Elo boosted, which was for sure the truth.
Yes!
It was an early season GM, let's be real. But
Josh,
it was GM.
I see this guy say, all right, this is a really good, quote unquote, whatever, mid lane angle, and then just fucking runs it down and feeds 0 and 6. And then I ask him, are you fine on this wave? You're like, yeah, I'm fine. Jungle comes after I pinged it out, and he dies to it. I'm like, all right. All right, man.
You learned that from me, Megan Law. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, I think the lane swaps again are like a little bit too common. I think like for me, the ideal percentage of lane swap games should be like 5 to 10%. I think it should be a part of the game, but it shouldn't be as meta as it is right now. But I don't hate it. And I think a lot of teams aren't playing around it well. I think that there should be a lot of strategy between how and when you show in level 1s, depending on what team you are and what wards you drop as well. Jinjia does a nice job of trying to contest the wraps this game. And he's going to use his bot prio to get this, and he pretty much gets this for free given the lanes that PSG has. I'd also like to point out that the Cubby XX stream quality is a little bit better than what we have at MSI here.
Sheesh.
Yeah, these are in the VoD. I'm sorry. Oh man. Even if we're streaming at 720p, don't worry about it. I didn't like his play. Okay. So for me, Jensen is deploying, and Jensen ends up hovering the wrong side here. Like, he goes for a ward on the side that his team's not on, and I know Dragon's coming up, but we can get this ward. We can hover the other side of the lane. Busio and Inspired were both on that side. I think that the plan was that Jensen was going to ward that and then try and wall Maple off or make a play or respond with a wall. I'm not... Actually, no. He wouldn't be walling it as 0 off. Regardless, we're hovering the wrong side there. That hurts.
That's tough.
Yeah, so Jensen's going to catch top, and then this ends up making a kind of weird Drake play. Because if they want to fight Drake, now Jensen has to walk down, which he ends up doing. And then Urgot goes back top. Now, the good news is that Urgot has Cleaver, and Cassante just doesn't have fun in this lane anymore after Cleaver. Like, we're still Cassante. That was the one big concern I had about this game, is that who's going to kill Cassante? As we see, Maple's trading as much HP as he can to get the wave, because he knows he can CP back, but that was enough for FlyQuest to get this Drake. That's fine. Would he get 5 grubs for PSG? I don't think PSG outside of Azir again can use this, as Jensen eats an arrow and goes down.
Oofda.
Like, Cassante shouldn't be able to sniff a turret against Urgot. And again, Urgot's at Cleaver. Okay. That's a ward. Unlucky.
Yeah, that's a really good mid lane ward.
That ward was spotted by FlyQuest, so... You can see if they spot a ward. You can see there. It's animating, so oopsie by Jensen. Nice for Maple. I really like how Maple is just continuing the Force Flash. It's so worth... I mean, it's Azure basics, but still. And Inspire wasn't quite able to get in here, but still think this is fine. Busio plays this really nice. Good tidal wave buffer. The CC's not stacked that well, and it's a freebie.
Oh, did he throw it out
Yeah.
as he saw the Glacier Prison?
Yeah.
Really nice.
It's really good. The flash is really good, too.
God.
We do like the Busio hands.
Oh, and then Masu
Inspired flashback in. So they waited for Nami spells to come back, and then they just melt Callisto. I mean, that's... Busio going down there doesn't really matter. It's fine. Whoops. That finger.
But he burns 2 subs just to make it.
Yeah. Like, Ashe is very, very punishable, so...
Come.
Thanks, Mark.
Anytime.
That's a nice offer, Busio. And Inspired's like, well, that's fucking illegal. And guess what? He was right. So, FlyQuest get Drake in a Rift here. And for me, like, outside of Azir, and that's had outside factors, the gold is where FlyQuest wants it to be. So again, like, they're down a wee bit, but after the lane swap, I feel like they have the gold where they need it to be. The one big concern I have is 2 kills Cassante, but Cassante was set behind from this lane swap, so it's kind of doable. PSG had counter pick, and he picked into triple range bot mid with decent amount of zone control. Yeah, I feel like it's a pick, Josh, where like they're playing Urgot because they feel like Blippo can carry on it later, but they can also lane swap with it. And it's pretty good in the lane swap scenarios. But I'm kind of with you. I wasn't as into the Urgot pick this game. They need AD top. I don't know. This is a game where, like, I feel like Cassante would have been really good for FlyQuest. Even does open up counter picks. They pick Cassante, they get, like, triple... They probably, like, have 3 losing lanes. Yeah, honestly, it is. Because, like, if you get... I mean, if you get help... That, well, okay, so the way they played it is that he didn't go to that wave. He team farmed, and then they left the wave for him, so they swapped back into it. So yes, it is playable. So like the way that FlyQuest played it is good, because you cannot play it in the first 3 waves. But they got Lucian Nami out of the first 3 waves because they played in the top side, so they actually forced top TP. And if you do that for Urgot, this matchup gets really good. And then the bot wave kind of slingshots back into this one because they dodge out on the first three levels of Halo Blades. But that's fine. Also, Urgot. So a big thing about this game, because Urgot ends up going turbo in this game. So we see a big chunk on the Jensen. And that's because Kalista built this. So because Kalista built these items, guys, literally nothing kills Urgot. I really disagreed with... I think Kalista... It's kind of a tough game to play Kalista. I don't think like the Lethality Kalista is exactly the answer. Your DPS is now Azir. So the only thing that can kill Urgot is Azir. And one thing I think FlyQuest does really well in this game is they consistently target Azir in fights. Because when Azir is like known where he's at, Urgot gets to turbo this game.
Masu looks so comfortable on Lucian. It's crazy.
What's up, Gambrino? How are the minor regions doing this year? Not too hot. I actually think that they like put up a better showing though than most thought. I don't think Loud Astral or PSG were embarrassing, and Gam had some tough circumstances. All right, really nice from FlyQuest. Again, talked a lot about how FlyQuest, they really prioritize side lanes and overloading. This is a great example of FlyQuest playing sides out really nicely. So you're going to see a heavy deploy on the top side. Jensen's already going bot. Whippo got push on this wave and is going to stick around. I think they didn't really spot Azir here. I think they might have. But Azir's not getting this wave. Azir is going to walk. Okay, so Azir hits this ward, so now they know. Whippo's behind. Jensen's going to kill this, and they're going to TP play. And they get a numbers advantage. And they have bot wave in already. That's unlucky. But Seraph's is done. So even with Jensen getting like flipped out, they still win the econ of the map throughout this play. I appreciate the look. And they get Maple flash out for Jensen flash and Blippo flash. So it's not worth econ-wise. But again, I think Maple is really important. And the idea of FlyQuest to target Maple is sound in this. Nice bubble from Boostio. They can't push anymore. They can't stay for Baron. Their health bars aren't there. To clean up waves. If the arrow doesn't hit on Jensen, I think that play, like, potentially goes differently. Which is actually something worth looking back at. Sorry. Yeah, like if Blippo tanks the arrow, I actually think it's not as bad. That's actually a really good attempt from Blippo. Blippo almost got Maple too. Yeah, alright. Busio had quite a bad series. Hopefully we see him surely today versus T1. I thought Busio played good in this game. Game 1 was just really bad. Also, Woody Grief is pretty much as hard as Busio to Game 1. I know standards a little bit different there, but... Alright, we throw spells into Maokai, which is great. 4 flight quests.
More importantly, a Knight's Vow Maokai, so he just heals that damage back up.
All right. Kasante cannot play the game. And they overload in the bot, so they take the turret. And they threaten both mid and bot with this. This is really nice from FlyQuest. Really good series from them. It's kind of off the fact that no plays can be made. Though mid play was a failure as they threw spells into fucking Maokai. So that was a tempo nuker. Also gets to catch this wave super high. So Dragon setups all fly quests. They get a good reset for Blippo. Gets to clean up his bot wave. Retake comes out from PSG. Masu got a little bit of a late recall in, but he was getting LDR, so it's acceptable for me. And yeah, LDR is a must for him this game. So again, Masu's up a full item on Kalista.
Holy moly.
Shout out First Strike.
Money.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then this retake from FlyQuest is like the fucking dream scenario. And this, I think the game ended here.
Yep.
So yeah. I mean this it should have ended here and then the Baron happens, but even the Baron's fine. I mean, this map state, like, right now is, again, FlyQuest, they're kind of playing for gold on Blippo. Like, they're okay dropping this. And again, I think Blippo can break this game as long as Maple's dealt with. So,
what is this? Combat gold.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's a new one.
So is it just showing, like, the amount of gold that they've actually used?
The gold in your inventory. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, it's good.
Very neat.
So shout out to Kelsey's review. They did a really nice job covering this event. This is like kind of the shortcoming of the PSG comp. Like if Kasante has to kind of be the one to hold the line, like Kasante or Sejuani, and Kasante gets stuck in Narnia here. So Kasante is starting to walk towards top. You can see Kasante is stuck before this comes in.
Holy shit, wait. If they're on... Sorry. They're on 29.8 combat gold, but they have 36 total. So they are just sitting on, what, 7,000 unspent gold?
Yeah.
No way.
Yep.
Oh, that is...
Because they went for this play. It was really grief. And then they got jailed on the map.
Bad.
Yeah, they got jailed on the map.
Man.
Yeah, good call. So yeah,
Wow.
I mean, FlyQuest reset. Like, they played from Masu reset, so they dropped this. They end up getting the Drake. Blippo's pushing. Kasante gets stuck. What should happen is Kasante needs to hold this line. So Kasante needs to keep Maokai out and sack himself to keep Maokai out, pretty much. But Kasante was, like, stuck in between two plays here. So Inspired gets to yoink this. They get Sedge for free. And then Blippo gets... Yeah, that's really nice from Blippo.
The casual sidestep.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
Busio flashing there is troll as shit. If he would have too. He would say the same thing. It's fine.
I know. It's just...
I think he was trying to dodge Callista Q, but yeah, it wasn't the case. Okay. So Baron gets yoinked here. But the one... Okay, so this fight... Munchables went over this fight on his stream. I thought Munchables did a really nice job of reviewing this. I think he covered it really well. The one like piece of context that I threw in the comments, like I would add to this, is what I talked about earlier, how the one threat this game, given the builds that we have, what deals with Urgot outside of Azir? The answer is nothing. We have 2 tanks and a fucking lethality Ashe and lethality Callista, And we have Steel Cap, Sterak's, Black Cleaver, Urgot, who is going to melt tanks. So with that in mind, I think Maple's positioning is really important. So we're going to ignore the screen rip. And this dash for me from Maple is very poor. I don't think Maple should play like this. I think Maple needs to play to keep Urgot at range and at bay. So when Maple dashes in like this, a lot of his power in the fight, like Jensen flashes out, and everyone on FlyQuest focuses the Azir, right? We have Masu. He gets pulled out, and then he's able to escape because the Q misses from Kasante, and then he blast comes over, and he mind games Kasante a little bit. Oh, never mind, you guys. My bad. Yeah, he got spotted there. Regardless. So again, keep in mind, Maple dashes in. I think Maple should have walked up. Because when he flashes out, he's out of the fight, and Blippo just plays away from him. And then Kasante gets pulled. We get
Great
on
flash.
to... Yeah, the flash is
my
really
God.
good on the Callista. Callista is 0 damage to Urgot with this build. And on the flip side, again, Azir comes around. That misses. Inspired is able to combo. Really nice combo from Jensen.
Oh my god, that
Yeah, he goes down, but they're fucking locked in. And
I
Busio...
don't know the sexiness of
The prep
Bramble
W?
Smash into the shovel.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think the W was in animation from Busio going over to Jensen, so that might have been able to go better, but besides that, it's really good. And they give it over to Blippo, who gets a triple. Did he think he had ult there? Maybe. That's another great point. Wait, Maple doesn't have ult for this. Holy shit. Alright, yeah, that was a bit troll. I guess he's trying to finish off Jensen, but like even with that, you know. Oh god.
I'm in there.
Alright, and then again, Maple Flash is down. Like for me, that's actually... I usually don't talk about Azir Flash being the most important sum of the game, but I think given the Urgot and the singular threat being Azir against Urgot, I think Azir Flash is really important in this game. That being down is actually very vulnerable to the FlyQuest comp. Because he kind of can get outranged by the Maokai, Lucian, Nami. Like, they can interact with Azir pretty damn well. Who did go treads this game. I feel like it's very warranted. Again, Blippo, like, everyone's like, oh, guys, Blippo went in 1v3 here. Like, he's such a fucking Chad. Look at who Blippo focuses. Like, this is a really good understanding of Blippo and his champion. Like, how the fuck can Lethality, Callista, Ashe deal with this? You know? They can't. So every skill that he burns is onto Maple. So even though he gets ulted and even though it's a 1v4, he gets Maple out of the fight. He pops Sterax. Maple used everything. So Jensen's able to flick him, and then he does. And then Blippo's chilling from there. Like, he's unkillable to this Callista. Callista rended here. He still has like 400 HP left, even after Sterax. Really well done by Blippo. I think it's a really good understanding of what's going on. It's really, really well done from Blippo.
When we were watching this the night of, just
Yeah.
just remember you talking about like, man, Blippo for sure is just screaming comms. I have Sterax,
Yeah, dude, this guy loves fucking Sterax, man. Like, when he came on Hotline League, all he talked about was Sterax. I remember, like, listening to a couple comms videos with FlyQuest where he's like, guys, you just got my Sterax. Like, they nerfed it, not on this patch, but after, and it's not balanced at all. I think half of why Blippo's Renekton was so good is because he always goes Sterax second. And that item's just not balanced.
Yeah.
This angle from FlyQuest was really good on this setup. Really liked how FlyQuest put out this fight. It's kind of what I was talking about, like with Jensen, where if you're playing on the enemy side of the map on Talia, you can, set up really threatening walls, especially from ahead. PSG is trolling by letting FlyQuest in here and not spotting it.
Yeah, wait. This was crazy. Back up. Back
Yeah,
up.
how the fuck they get here? Yeah, Woody,
Oh my God.
Woody is griefing. Like, we have to play up there and throw W's around that wall as Ash, dude. We
just lost the flank. Oh my God.
I mean,
and then
it just didn't like hold the angle at all. Like, at least if Woody's there, we know the flank was there. Instead, it's like, oh shit, guys, Malachi Talia is above us. Fuck. Good attempt from Maple, honestly. Like, that's about as good as the fight can go for FlyQuest, and Blippo is still just fucking invincible. Yeah. I mean, I think Maple had a couple oopsies this game, but I think overall Maple was okay this game. PSG had vision control until they didn't. Hey guys, we need to get in the river. Yes. Yes, guys, let's ult the Malachi. Unlucky. It's a tough one. Nice rocks in the bubble from FlyQuest. Yeah, this game. For me, this game is over after the Baron play gets turned by FlyQuest. Urgot does scale really nicely, and Lucian gets to hunt everyone. Kalista Ashe gets immensely outscaled.
Yeah.
GG's. Yeah.
Dude, that's GIF worthy. The fucking Whippo stand up just going, well,
They
I don't know what they were doing.
They gave me the Urgot. You gotta do your Blippo impression. It's way better. Alright, game 3.
Yeah!
We first pick Kalista, which is a cardinal sin in League of Legends for me. So I guess Senna wasn't banned, but they banned out Lucian this time. They first picked Kalista. Varus is left through. This is a matchup that was quite frequent between the TL Fly games. They really like to handshake this one. I really like Varus. You get 2 builds that are viable. It's really nice. It's going to be on hit build. Oriana's picked, so we have Varus Ori. It's a really nice core for on hit or poke. I prefer on hit Varus with Ori, but that's be what it do. We have Karma Zin taking in the Ori, so we are committing to playing fast as PSG, which is really that's the differing style, I think, for me. With the PSG FlyQuest matchup, I was talking a lot about on Hotline League about how I thought that the difference would come from mid-jungle and how the PSG mid-jungle needs to play a little bit faster. Whereas these teams, I think, identity-wise, are somewhat similar. The big difference being the mid-jungle for FlyQuest, I think, tries to get them to some of the later stages of the game. They can play fast, but I think overall, Inspired plays a little bit more of a defensive game with Jensen, whereas Maple and Jinji are attackers. So we are taking an attacking mid-jungle duo. And then we have Cassante and Rel. Olaf does go turbo this game. I think like nothing fucking kills Olaf, man. He eats.
Congratulations.
Eats,
you banned the Urgot and Renekton.
Yeah.
And you the Olaf.
And then again, the Sej, we have seen the Sejuani Xin matchup. I mean, Sej is not a champion later on, but you can try and neutralize Xin earlier on. And then combo with Olaf, I think is quite good. Yeah, this is... I have not seen the teaser yet. I'll watch the teaser after I'm done with all the VoD reviews. I just started the stream, but lane swaps have really bummed me out, not gonna lie. I think that it's been... I don't like when they're every game. I like when there's... And I like when lane swaps are an option. I don't like when they're meta. But I've enjoyed talking about them just from the fact that it's fresh to me. But yes, I can understand why it's bumming some fans out. Dude, nothing is more iconic than the Teemo hats. Wait, actually... J-Dad's I'm gonna bust out an old photo. So Josh and I used to be roommates, guys. But we met going to a club together. This is me and Josh in the Teemo hats. We were repping the table. It's my freshman year of college. This is a club table. The Timo hats are iconic.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. That's 8. Yeah, that's young Cub. All right, so again, a lot of lane swap meta, it's like deciding when and where you're going to show. So we have PSG bot lane showing here, and Busio has a lot of info, and for me, this is a game where I think you want standard lanes as FlyQuest. Yeah, man, that was the one semester we went to school together. Get it, meta-analysis, but why was the change that made lane swap meta? Okay, so this has been asked enough. I know that we don't have lane swaps this time, but let me try and actually find this. Actually, I'm just going to go yoink Kelsey's video, because I know that Kelsey went over it. Shout out to Kelsey Moser, who I will link in here. Kelsey was like kind of talking about, yeah, so patch history. So I'm going to link this video and Kelsey's YouTube in here, which is great. I think Kelsey was the best one to boil this all down, but a lot of this comes from the patch changes. So they added turret changes to like plates part we came in to like make lane swaps not an option, because if you lane swapped with top lane turret resistances, then the enemy team would just get like it was originally 175 gold, ended up being 160 gold because it was too much, and it was 160 gold for the season. But you would just give away a free 320 gold to 2 people. But the resistances per plate, like, they were increased a little bit, but like not that significantly. Really not. But then they changed that later on. Right? So like these are the changes they made to dissuade them originally. And then Kelsey. Oh, there it is. So it's based on nearby enemy champs. So we got increased.
Well, here we go.
But that's just nearby ones, right? So you can manipulate that. And then they nerfed turret plating gold, which is big. And they increased local gold and decreased global gold. But it's pretty much the resistances, like everyone just kind of figured out that like they can like actually manipulate it. And I think it makes a lot of sense. Okay. I gotta keep on going through the games though. I linked the video. Shout out to Kelsey. She's great. Inners are worth a ton, yeah. If you get inner turrets, it's actually like a really big deal now. So again, I really like this from Blippo.
Holy shit, he's hot!
Sonny David, RS, thanks for the prime. Keep it up. Thanks, man. All we do here is try and keep it up, giggity. Alright, just kidding. That was a Mark joke. See if he's awake.
Yeah.
Okay, he reacted to that one late. He's not that awake.
No. I'm responding to a couple messages.
All good.
But I heard the full thing, man. Anyway. You didn't even give me actually it's not your fault. It's my fault. I should have gotten coffee during this time. I'm gonna go get it right now because FlyQuest fucking destroyed PSG anyway.
Yeah.
Draft gap.
I mean, for me,
Wing
like,
gap,
yeah,
white gap.
I think the Olaf pick was really big. All right, FlyQuest fighting level 3 with Varus. Pog. Inspire is going to drop this crab to make sure that he gets the hover. That's fine. He doesn't win the fight anyway. It's really good understanding from Inspired. I know Busio. I mean, this is a little bit unlucky, if we're being honest. I think Busio could have waited for this. Regardless. We just gift Masu first blood because Inspire is just fucking big brain. Also, hold on. I'm going to go back. Keep in mind, guys, that Olaf spotted where Xin started. This was spotted as well. I just don't think PSG respected this at all. And this is a really good play from Inspired, man. God, Inspired is so smart. We understand the big part of the game. I think Junjia assumed that Inspired would be going for his respawn wraps, so he wouldn't be here, and they could have went for this dive. But I think, again, just really good understanding of when and where to drop as jungler. All right, and then we're going to trade 1-for-1. I think Busio is assuming that, again, this bot lane is gone, so he gets Hex Flash on, and he isn't able to proc Aftershock. But they do Nat level 4. So Masu is still able to get a kill, and it's good. I'm totally down trading 1-for-1 kills. Getting more on Varus is fine. Masu is my MVP of the series. Hope there's pro views for this series. Hey, what's up, Thomas? Same here. I wish there were pro views for everything. All right, Blippo gets Bouncy House. This is a really good angle from PSG. I actually really like this recovery. For me, this is like the last point of the game where they can actually interact with Olaf in a really positive fashion. So I think this is a really good identification of a gank from him. Fortunately for Blippo, he actually didn't opt for Flash. Or he didn't go Ghost Flash just in case of a lane swap scenario. So I think we do see Olaf's, because the lane swaps are so much more in it, like just meta, I think we are going to see more Ghost TP setups on Olaf. So ended up being it. Lucio hovers Jensen on this wave. Jensen can farm safely. It's actually kind of nice for Jensen right now in the matchup. He gets a better base from this, so it's more even against Karma, which is usually not the case. I mean, I think the Blippo game 2 was just Thanos. Like, again, the only thing that can interact with Blippo in that game is that Azir. Yeah. Yeah, we learned last game, Thomas, to not go the Lethality Callista into Urgot. You get your head caved in. This is not producer Cubby, guys. I'm sorry. So Masu, because he has pointed steel caps against the Callista, just absolutely fits this trade. Yeah, I think game 1, I think taking away J4 was the big thing for me. Like, I think J4 actually made the Urgot angle kind of hard. I think once Junjia started ulting Urgot, then the game really changed in favor of PSG. And then Senna kicked in. I don't mind this fish from Inspired. I know it misses, but if it hits, then Busio is able to follow up. And they're going to drop the top crab anyway, so we can just go to these camps. It's fine. Inspired's on pace with Sin because he countered the first play. It's really smart. Oh, Jensen went sweep. Scaling this game again, like, really, really favors FlyQuest. So the fact they're at this game state right now is huge. And this is a really nice play. So Junjia is not spotted here, but I think FlyQuest bot lane is kind of assuming that Junjia is at least on this side of the map. When was the last time Junjia was spotted? Right here. So they spot Junjia here. And Inspired gets around this control board that would have spotted him. So FlyQuest have information advantage, and it really pays off. They wait for the Q to come back. I mean, not even. Maple's stepping up there is a little bit troll. And it's big. Wow. That's really nice. Really nice from FlyQuest. Really nice from Inspired. Like looking back at this game, Inspired had a much better game than what I realized in real time. That's so fucking good. Wow. It's really good. I'm too tired to go through this arrow. Whoa. Hold on. I know I've talked about this series a lot from the FlyQuest perspective. I mean, obviously, NA team, they're the winning team. I think they're the better team. And the team we're seeing play tonight. I think from PSG perspective, this was a decent play. Until Cassante ults in. This is really good from Jensen. I mean, I think PSG needs to make something happen at this point of the game. I think this TP is too far away. Yeah, I think that TP was a little bit far. Like, Maple just doesn't matter this fight. And if Cassante is in the mix, I feel like Cassante can make a bigger impact than this. Just, oh my god. Really nice from Jensen. Jensen's back in Oriana duty, man. The fact that he has 100 games on this champion in his career and a 75% win rate, I think is one of the coolest stats, like, to Jensen's greatness and legacy. Like, that is unironically a faker stat. I mean, Faker has crazier, win rates on champions, but in terms of game played and win rate, that is crazy to have as a player. That's absolutely ballistic. Taylor Swift commercial for Applebee's, $1 margs, and that was quite the change in tone. Not really. I feel like I can tie the two of those together pretty easily. I'll be. Taylor Swift and $1 margs seems to fit for me.
What about me and Taylor Swift?
Someone in chat went from watching this and listening to Taylor Swift to getting an ad for Applebee's $1 margs, which I fully endorse, by the way. Applebee's $1 margs. That is on.
Oh, is it like a margarita?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For $1.
I mean,
you want to find an Applebee's and get Liddy Titty together?
Dude, I only need $1 to get plastered. Dude. It's just margarita.
It's true.
I am, as Jake Spawn Tiberi coined it, economically efficient.
Yeah, that's true. $1 margs at Applebee's seems like how I'd die. There would be worse ways to go out. All right, this game state is really good for FlyQuest. Like they astronomically outscale. Really like that from Masu. It's just a really good push. He has a lot of info to go for this push in this wave too. Like they see Woody hovering bot side, and he has his jungle and support have shortcut in here. So I really like that. And then Inspired cuts him off. And there's no flash on, or I guess there was a flash. No, there's still no flash. Okay, there was flash on Maple. They still get it. Blupo just runs through the turret. He doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, Jensen doesn't even get in on this play. I think given that the Herald was down, this is a good TP from Blippo. Oh, whoops. That version's worse anyway. We listen to Taylor's version except for style. Yeah, it's got a little bit weird. Actually, let's take a look at this. I mean, I think the play is good from FlyQuest if Herald isn't in the equation. Since Herald's in the equation, this ends up being a little bit of a reach. If we're going to get really nitpicky here, I think Jensen should have walked mid after this wave. He's in charge of getting this wave in. So after this wave dies, I think Jensen should walk mid, but that's never going to happen. And it's honestly a little bit unreasonable for me to say. I just think the play is guaranteed. I mean, the play is 100% guaranteed without him. So if he's here to defend mid, then Blippo can TP top and defend that, then things get a little bit better, and then Jensen's not caught in this scenario. I mean, Jensen takes the Krugs and then tries to go for turret. I know he dies. It's honestly not the worst death in the world. He could have taken that faster. He's letting everything die. And then he realizes he's dead and still kills the wave. So, I mean, I know Jensen goes down here and it looks kind of weird. I don't even hate it that bad. He got cannon. That's all it's worth. Like, FlyQuest just murder them on the tempo play. So that's really not a bad death.
Yeah. This is exactly the type of death that Cubby would have in our games.
Yeah, it's a good death. Well, we got 2 turrets off that.
I mean, we did. It's just funny. Because it's like, as a viewer, you are so coded, or you're super pilled to being like, oh yeah, if you die, it's typically a negative thing.
Yeah.
Just because it's like KDA wise, blah, 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 blah. But unironically, I agree with you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like they got a TP out for that. They got the turret the whole wave, and they ended up getting like another turret off it. It's fine. Really like where Masu is playing this series. Like he's trying to use the brush and play around this terrain here. He hasn't picked a side. It's like where he's playing yet. It's really nice. I don't love the standoff here, though, because you do have to deal with Karma Poke. Yeah, I think FlyQuest played this a little bit slow. I know Blippo's answering the wave. He can delete this. It's fine. Oh, actually, I don't know what Blippo wants this game. Okay. Lucio's trying to not proc Aftershock. Wait, let's see. Yeah, Bucio's really trying to not proc Aftershock. I think that he needs to auto-zen before he gets knocked up. That said, PSG overcommits to this fight, so Olaf gets unreal angle.
Hey, look at that. Maple is exposed.
And Jensen with a really nice blast gun here. I really like how Masu played this fight out too. Like Masu is put on a little bit harder side of the fight. Ooh. Never mind. I mean, Bucio can't hook to stop Woody from going in, which is kind of Naught's job here. I think that's why Bucio is a little, like, kind of holding his shit in this scenario. Wait, actually, no. Woody's in... No, he doesn't have an angle to do that for Woody. Like, Bucios knows, like, if he uses the sums, then that does open Woody up to going in. Yeah, like, Woody does have a decent angle. Yeah, Masu played that really well, though. And, like, again, Blippo gets the right angle and gets to go untouched. I mean, I could have won that fight as Blippo. I'm gonna be real. Nice. Olaf was a very good pick this game. Olaf is outscaled. I think FlyQuests are, like, in a really good spot this game. Yeah, Boppo played this fight out really nicely. Yep. That's a lot of damage. I think Cassante also had an okay fight there, but kind of hard. I think pulling Jensen away is actually the right call. All right. No sums up. We find a really good ang. How did... good ang. Really nice. Really nice from Inspired. Dancing on my own. Who's up as I go?
Now we have Baron. Dragon's not up for another 3 minutes. So Baron will expire before we get to that point, but you can set up mid wave and top wave before them. TP for the wave, guarantee tier 2. And they rotate on over as this wave is coming in. See, Jensen just uses TP. Blippo's TP is coming up in what? Should be up before Dragon spawns?
I actually really don't like this Baron from FlyQuest. Like, neither Masu didn't base, and Jensen TP'd back, like, here. I think once they force them out bot, this is being a little bit picky, but I think Jensen could have TP'd to top. Because they spot Woody basing on a control ward here. If Jensen TP's top, then they get a faster push on top. And I think they still take mid. Like, they at least have a one wave to play mid. It's what's up team. I mean, it's a little nitpicky. I think it's not like a bad call they went for. I think that is a little bit hindsight area saying it's more efficient, but I do think like it would have been a more efficient play. Cassante and Karma, or Cassante Karma do have TPs up, but I think if they had fast track to like hug topside, and if they go on Jensen, then they get a lot. Like, I think they could have connected. That's fine though. My big thing is that Masu just didn't get a shop in, so that's why I didn't love that Baron.
Is he still sitting on gold?
No, he got a shop in now, but he didn't get a shop in the first 2 turrets they took.
Sure.
So like that's an angle that like is not ideal, right? Like they're not at full strength out of the Baron.
Yeah.
All right. Congrats to Olaf. They got Olaf Sterax. I mean, I don't know what Woody's doing here, man. This is troll as fuck. Like, dude. I mean, Woody pretty much has to fucking send it on the right side of the fight here, I think, if you're PSG, but I think that's doomed. Like, Betty's in such a shit spot. I know Busio goes down here. I actually really like Busio just, like, zoning off Betty like this.
Oh, yeah. No. That was good.
I know he doesn't go... Yeah, like, Busio going in like this guarantees that Betty gets split from the fight. And Jensen already won this side of the fight pretty much with the shockwave. Good flash from Maple, but, like, that's doomed. Masu using sums here because if they get soul, it's just GG. So, and he's playing up as Varus. I'm a fan. Last forever. This is getting good now.
Oh, you're listening to the best one on the album?
I know you like. Oh, dude, that's a hot take. This album is so good.
It's my favorite song.
I know it is. I think it's a hot take.
Sure. There's a lot of really
I like
good songs
this
on
song
it.
a lot. I know. I like this album a lot, man. Even the album songs that like aren't the singles you think of, I like a lot on this album.
Like Welcome to New York is awesome. How You Get the Girl is vibey and boppy.
Nah, the Out of the Woods, so good.
Out of the Woods is also good.
Clean, good. I Know Places, good. Wow, this is actually the most popular song of this album.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I thought Blank Spaces would be the most popular.
Yeah, honestly, I thought it'd be that or Style. The old Style and the old Blank Space are still listened to more. Alright, sorry, I wasn't looking. I mean, I think this game's pretty over.
Oh, I mean,
This game is pretty wrapped.
game was cooked from the second dragon fight where Whippo just ran train on the entire front line.
Yeah, the third Drake. That fight of third Drake was pretty forked. Alright, GG's. Good shit, FlyQuest.
Let's go, Masu.
I honestly, looking back, I think Inspire was really a game changer in this one. Like, that's the funny thing about like FlyQuest. Like, I really like how Masu played. Obviously, I thought Masu had a really great series, and like, at least like how he controlled his character was quite good, I found. But man, whenever I go back throughout these FlyQuest games, I'm always just so impressed at how fucking smart Inspired is. Like, this guy really just sees League of Legends at the next level. Did you eat your own pasta now?
I did.
Wow, this guy went from my pasta to his pasta. That's pretty lit.
Yeah, I had to take a lactate for this one.
Alright, so Blippa goes down, but it's still, they get Elder. Junji is not able to get in. And then Jensen and Masu cook. Masu gets focused first, and then Jensen cleans everyone up. Oh, great. Oh. Getting Maple was pretty fortunate here on the burn. Hey! Oh, that is... Oh, alright. Mr. Cubby, are you a Godzilla fan? And have you seen -1? I've not seen -1. I have seen most of the Godzilla movies, though.
Matt, we need to watch it.
Not the new one.
It's really good.
Is it?
-1 is probably one of the best Godzilla movies made ever.
All right.
And there's only a couple of them that are legitimately really good. All the other ones are like either like, it's all right.
I kind of like. I think Godzilla films, like even the bad ones, I find just to be delicious trash.
Well, I mean it's the point of it, right? But
Yeah.
-1 is particularly actually well made. Like,
We love it.
and it's a low budget film too, which is just fucking insane. It's not even like the special effects are like super next level, but they're good enough, and the story is what really drives the film. And that for me, that's what makes this movie so special, is that, you know, it's not just a movie about Godzilla, it's a movie about a really engaging narrative and a family that happens to be coinciding with a Godzilla attack, you know? And the Godzilla attack then makes it much more terrifying, because it's not just some random city and some random fucking no-name, no-face people that you don't know about and therefore don't care about. It's when Godzilla attacks, you're like, no, you know, X person that I've finally grown attached to over the course of the last hour and a half, you know? So we should definitely watch it.
Nice. All right, I'm continuing. Did you see any of the day 2 games, Cubby? I might have fallen asleep during the day 2 games. I have to go over them on stream tomorrow, Josh. I have to wait 24 hours.
Wait, Matt, we need to see the teaser.
I'm
T1
gonna
live.
I'll watch the teaser before, like, after I go over these.
Oh my god! All right.
Yeah. You don't have to stick around for these if you don't want to. I know you really want to do the fly ones. If you want to stick around, of course you're welcome. Okay. That being said, regardless, game 1. T1 EST. We have Kalista, to which we go Draven Ahri. Ahri's quite good. I know Cody was a pretty high mid laner from this region, and Jose Dioto we are familiar with, had the big solo queue streak.
Also, former FlyQuest alumni when he came over from R7.
I've seen Zothve play quite a bit in Challengers queue or Champs queue, my bad, which I appreciate.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with the bot lane.
is
I know Ackerman.
considered.
Yeah,
Zothve is considered to be the best native top laner in the entire region.
Okay.
And this past split was Zothve's first championship or first title he's ever won.
Nice.
He's been in multiple finals.
All right. Well, I see owner Lee Sin and a flex Nico, which is quite good. But we end up taking the Ori. We do draw on a Azir and Renata ban. I don't like these bans. I feel like they could have attacked top lane. Just to guarantee that the bans land. Not the case, though. And so they end up getting Nico plus Kalista. There is a threat this bot lane can get, like, murked early. So I'm not surprised that T1 end up lane swapping this. Because I believe that's what happens. Okay, so each game Astral ended up deploying 5-man to one side. So this does help Yone win the level 1. Or, this helps Yone in the matchup. While Yone actually went D-shield just in case. I also really like Keria, like, trying to show aggressively, posing as different people as Nico. I think that's quite creative. Like, he's trying to be Cassante here on top side, where they're hiding what they're doing, just in case there was a ward dropped on that side of the map. I think that's, again, a good thought by T1 with this Nico pick. Oh my god, Faker missed a Q. He's not a Hall of Famer. Alright, that said, if owner going bot the top, and then, I mean, I'm not surprised about the lane swap at all. Cassante in a lane swap versus Yone in a lane swap. Can't really compare with that. Yone trying to gank mid-level 1, just not going to be doable at all. There is a charm, though, which Faker does respect Flash. As lethal tempo, Yone could have been cooking there. Not the case, though. We have Yone splitting farm. And this means that, I mean, I don't like this at all. I feel like it sets both solo laners behind. And now we're going to look for bot wave, which Zeus is going to respect. So again, you can see Astral's bot lane, they get ahead because they don't have to deal with turrets. And then Zeus is going to try and get in with the help of Keria. I mean, from here, I feel like Zothve needs to TP back up. But I guess he stays. So now Zeus is like actually able to get in. Yeah, there's the TP. Like, I mean, Kalista can actually zone. Yeah, it's level 4 versus level 2. So, like, this is still a really shit scenario. I don't know. I really despise Draven. I feel like Draven's such a fake pick. Like, the value of Kalista in so many scenarios is just so much better. Draven, like, you can brute force bully, but you're so range gated. You are too as Kalista, but, like, I unironically favor Kalista against Draven. Okay, so we're cutting off the help from Zothve.
What if it was a normal, like, 2v2 and no lane swap bullshit?
I mean, Draven wins, but it's still bad. Oh my god. Alright, so they go on to Keria, who hits the double root. And then we get Flash. Like, Kalista also outscales Draven. You have way more utility, and your damage is still doable. Draven, it's like a Smorker bust. I mean, this is really good from T1. This game's pretty over. The Zeus death there isn't ideal, but it's not that bad. Or, shit, the owner death. Zeus is going to catch this wave. He's going to have XP, like, he can actually deal with it now, too, so... Oh, they're actually still committing. This means that Dragon just go over to a straw. I mean, Carrier is just... Man, Nico is so strong early levels. Your base damage is just filth. So again, like that play is being made like with a lot of strength. Oh, Carrier gets caught. What's Carrier even doing here? You guys fake or base? Carrier is like, I can take mid wave. It's fine. Oh my god. I mean, he almost gets Cody still. I can kind of understand this. Like, Carrie is playing to cut off anyone walking over. He just played too far up. You see Guma's like letting this wave die. No one's farming this wave. And there's no play on the map. Already taking grubs. And now he's going to wait for Carrier. He'll have help by the time this wave gets here. If he pushed, he would have been overextended with no help. Quite good. From Guma. I'm a fan. And Zeus has 2 levels now on Zoffa, and like, I mean, this lane swap just got pretty cooked for his draw. I don't know. I know game 2 went a lot better for them, but right now, like, this game is cooked. Alright. Good job, Jose. I mean, that's a good read from Jose Diota on the hover. I haven't really talked about jungle that much this game. But like 2 levels on Zeus, he just gets to play this matchup out for free. And first pick falls top to the Callista. Now Callista to go HOB. Need to be hit by Riot again, IMO. Why is that? I mean, I think the sheer amount of games we're seeing lane swaps, it's too many. But I think lane swaps should be an option. I think the game is more fun when lane swaps and strats like this are an option. I just don't think it should be the go-to. Oh my god. I actually like this look from Astral quite a bit. I'll be honest. They burned Ahri's really healthy. Faker needs the base. Callista's jailed. So they have time to set this up on the bot side. Like, they have a lot of info here. I'm down for this. I think going on carry is a mistake, regardless. There we go, the Gakuma. Nice. Nice. Good job. Oh, yeah, they send the TP down here. There we go. Yeah, you gotta try and find the Callista. You can't go for the carrier. Or the other part of the Callista win. Oh, Zeus flashed. Okay, this still ended up being a fistining. What happened? Baker TP'd mid here. He's just able to walk down and follow. So the play took too long to develop. And I think Zeus' angle here is quite decent. Like, he's going to protect Faker on this side of the fight. I mean, I guess he doesn't... Wait, why doesn't he go for Jose here? I mean, he would drag Jose Dioto into Carrier, but Carrier still has flash, could get out. And if Jose Dioto takes any tower shots, Cody's out of ults. I feel like it's actually really doable for Zeus. There's not a real trade-off on going for lane swaps, so you see one matchup you opt out of, and you can swap with no repercussion. That's true. I don't disagree with that at all. Yeah, no, for sure. I'm 100% with you, Obscene Thunder. Brother Zeus. Yeah, I think Zeus should have went for Jose in that fight. Yeah, I don't think this was played out that well, and I feel like it's a big draft disadvantage given the pieces that are taken. I feel like, again, I feel like it should be an option. I just think it's too good of an option right now. Dude, I can't believe whoever designed MSI graphics were like, let's bring the lava lamp back. Is it just me, chat? Or like, are we getting serious lava lamp vibes from this?
Telling you it's base boosted.
Also, I don't know why, but like with the portraits flipped on this side, I feel like Lee Sin's pecs really stick out more on this side. But like when the portrait's flipped, I don't know what it is about it, but like the pecs are really...
Something does feel really weird about just this.
I mean, this is just... That's crazy.
Talking about just the text all being in caps while being like somewhat thin font just looks weird. Like if you're going to use all caps, I feel like a slightly thicker font.
Sky's getting hit with French ads. That's funny because I usually tweet negative things about K-Corp. Oh, that's a really nice shockwave from Faker. I know Faker goes down. Oh my god. Estral? I mean, the map's what I would deem to be on fire right now because we're totally dropping any top wave to make this play. But Cody's like, fuck it, we're sending it now. Legally, I'm required to hate France. That's interesting. On account of the colonials. That's fine. International law only applies when you want it to. That's what we're learning right now about global politics. And that's all I'll say on the topic.
Jesus.
Oh, boy. It's a sad state of reality, Mark.
No comment.
I feel like map 2 is the map where Astral got more of an advantage and they could have won, but the map was like... They didn't play map well enough. Like, look at this MasterCard transition. Why are we lava lamping? Faker? What? I mean, I'm down for this all. Oh, he caught the charm. Okay, never mind. Okay. And then Jose flashed. Okay. I didn't see the VoD flash. It's the bug.
Wait, what?
Nice charm from Cody. VoD flash. Check the top right. Sometimes you don't move. You can see
that's so lame.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Also fun interaction with Charm and Phase Rush, by the way. You pop Phase Rush and then you hit Charm, they walk faster towards you.
That's what we call an outplay.
I mean, I think the mistake here is that Faker shouldn't go for this harass on Cody. He should go to get the wave in. Because, like, he needs to get... Oh, wait. No. He's trying to hold the wave here to... No. Okay, never mind. I'm trolling. Ah, I mean, this... I'll chalk it up to an Ice Charm. Also, Guma went long way. I think Guma and Carrier's positioning should be swapped, arguably. Oh boy, another big TP. I mean, okay, this TP is troll. I guess Troll's map is just so on fire here. I'm kind of curious. Like, we're just fixing what... I mean, Draven's catching waves. We aren't pushing up and using Strength of Draven. Oh, T1 just dropped this mid wave? Wow, that's so fucking based, actually. Oh no, Faker TP'd. Yeah, I mean... Like, Astral's like... I mean, their maps are... Like, their map is just consistently on fire. Like, at least we're TPing to this with 2 even waves. But then Zeus just gets the TP to respond, and it's chill, and the damage is already done. Wow. So that's just a bad call. Why are we basing? Cody! We'll get the wave in! Dude, Cody basing on this wave is blowing my fucking mind.
They're giving Snaker extra stack smile.
Bro. Holy shit. Look at where T1... They just blew both TPs. Look at where T1's at on the map. Hit the fucking turrets. Also, Draven walking all the way around here is also blowing my fucking mind. Like, we see T1 exit. Why do we not why do we waste fucking 10 seconds going like this when we could go like this instead? This mid tower should have died off this play. Oh my god, dude. We are tempo griefers. Dude, put FlyQuest challengers in this tournament, please. Wow. That's crazy. Oh, Charm missed, unlucky. Oh my god. I mean, I don't think Faker has a play here. He got a flash in and all, but it's just kind of funny. Like, I mean, dude, these Astral's map is tilting the fuck out of me. Like, why do we... I Siba. I appreciate the early aggression from Astral. Yone should go top here. Like, we're letting We're not like we're playing for the fight with a tower at full HP and die. Oh my goober.
Goober.
Oh my goober. I don't care. Oh, nice. We baited owner in to try and charm because owner's having fun. I don't care if it's T1 or not. Like the decisions we're making on map, like this map's a little bit on fire. Perma. Nice. Nice mechanical play by Cody. I think Cody's the one that like always picks playmakers regardless. Wasn't he the one like forcing Silas a lot last Worlds? If I'm not mistaken.
You mean the last Worlds he played in?
Yeah.
Because he was not at Worlds. The last time he was at Worlds was with Infinity in 2018.
That team was really bad. He played a lot of Silas that tournament. Cody's okay.
I think Infinity almost beat Gambit, if I'm not mistaken. Like they almost got in through Playins. I don't remember if Infinity was playing against C9 and almost beat them, or if they were playing against Gambit and almost beat them. Funny enough that ooh.
I mean,
Cassante. I mean, they're also massively
Traven with no flash pog.
Guma Yushi is gooming all over them.
Like, imagine having to play Draven against fucking Nico, Oriana, Lee Sin. Good luck. You should not ever be able to move. Oh my god, carry is base as fuck. Ignore the Q. Oh, the Proto Belt. Oh my god. Creamia.
Yeah, what?
Creamia. Carry is Creamia, you know? We cream for Carria. That's a new one. Relione, hype.
I didn't know how to respond when it came from your mouth and not mine. So
I try and catch you off guard here and there, Mark. Ooh, nice flip on the Lee Sin. Dude, owner had a little bit of fun this game. Oh shit. Sometimes with these T1 games, you get to find out who the most serious gamers are or not. Guma for sure is a serious gamer. I say that.
He's pulling his cock out.
Okay. I say that, you know, and then he does that. But everything leading up to that was good, you know? And now the game's over. It's fun. All right, casual T1 domination, even though it's 12-10. Next game. All right.
And for that, victory against Estral.
Yeah, the Pedro memes are kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ash first pick. We do Callista Ori. We pick Draven into Callista Ori. But we take the Lee Sin away, so maybe it's playable. JK, there's a rumble. I mean, dude, this is... Like, Ash Draven into this is already so fucking hard. Isiba. We should not be able to move. Cassante picked. We Aatrox. So we probably want standard lanes. And then it's Ari. And we get owner Viego. We took away the 2 ball carriers. I guess they're thinking like Wukong. For me, Wukong's pretty good here. Maybe they don't want to show Wukong. I don't know. Also, Vi still being heavily banned. So that's just important to note. Alright, so EST, they're gonna ball out through bot. Try and take bot control. It's really good if they want standard lanes. And Faker's really trying hard to scout here. They dropped a ward on top side. And they're gonna swap again to try and get out of this lane. Which I agree with. We already heard this song. Oh, okay. So Jose's, we got AoE clears. Viego's clearing the end top side. Southie's gonna walk mid. Casante is like actually trying to get a little bit of XP. Zeus is very low. Baker doesn't flash the charm this time. And Sophie ends up getting a kill. Alright, nice. I think Faker ends up being on the wrong side of the wave here. I think Faker can for sure take this trade. Oh, I missed the W. Nice dodge forward from Cody. Nice. Nice. Good win. Yeah, it's the game where like the T1 early game gets blown up and then EST can't. They don't snowball this. Alright, so we have another gank coming in on the Zeus. He gets level 2. Ackerman does a nice job of taking aggro. Jose gets out.
God, Jose's so clean.
Yeah, not bad. And then we TP back. He's trying to get level 3. To get the kill over the Faker mid. I really like this walk from Carrier. I think this is really clever. Against the flashless Ahri. Yeah, it's kind of unique to the game. It's really nice. So that saves mid. Diego's really far ahead during all this. It's important to note. But like even... There's going to be like something like really telling with gold here. When they show the gold graph. So... Keep in mind that like this is 3 plates being taken by Draven. Draven got a kill. In which you also get some... Like you get some adoration stacks, right? Like you proc Draven passive. And despite 3 plates, a kill, the plates are split so heavily that like as was pointed out earlier by Link in chat, Josh, the 2 waves are still more valuable for Callisto. So yeah, I think that this is still really good for T1. And what's gonna happen here is that you're gonna have lane swaps like be swapped back so that you do have Draven in this Ashe Callisto lane. But now because the base is second and we have scouting wards, you can see they're gonna walk down mid. They're actually gonna opt into this wave. Because they have the option right now with a push building for Zeus. Where he could hard push this in and then try his best to catch the top wave and have a rotation to do that. T1's not going to opt into that. So they're going to have their bot lane catch slow push. And Zeus still has XP advantage. So even after all that action, it's 3 levels for Zeus. What the fuck happened? What? I want to see what happened to these replays, man. Like, how is Zaffi still level 1? What happened? Okay, so he bases there and then starts walking mid. And then he goes bot. Oh my god, he's still so fucking starved. So even Zeus dying twice, still getting all that XP is worth. Because we're going to have level 5 to level 2. And then he dies. Oh, he doesn't die, but... Owner looks for dive. Jose's there to pressure. It's really good. Nice. Zeus does a little bit of trolling. But guess what? We're making this volatile, and Owner's back. On the cannon. Oh, Owner's not going.
Something. Sad.
Yep. All right, so we have Grubbies taken by Jose, so that's Fui. And then Zeus gonna take the Drake.
For free.
Notice how Zeus there, he doesn't hit the wall. He only goes where he's at to not unveil where he's at. It's not bad. Some good tech there, Mark. And then we swap back for T1. I don't know if T1 opts into this or not. Oh, it's a TP from Aatrox, so Zeus walks to Mash. Okay. It's still the Thalitic Callista. I mean, Callista... I don't think Callista can really auto this game, so I'm kind of for the Thalitic Callista, even if I somewhat despise Thalitic Callista. Ackerman gets... Why are we here, Ackerman? Oh, no. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, we don't like the Ashe play. Guy, okay, since I'm complaining that this is bad, we see Rumble in this brush. We should be playing for W's in here, and then we should put minions in between ourselves and the wave. Like, it should never be... Rumble should never be able to hit knee like this and cheat. Like, that's too good. That's too good of a trade.
You know, Estral wanted to take the Draven skill check matchup to see if they could really step to Gumayushi and Keria, and they found out very quickly they couldn't.
I fucking hate Draven, man.
You know, I respect them for trying now in the upper bracket, and now they have still a lower bracket to make a run through if they.
The perks
I don't think they.
The perks of Draven are that you get a BF sword before first base, and you're trading that to getting like outranged and out interacted by like 80% of champions in League of Legends for the rest of the game. I swear to God.
But what if on the off chance, Matt, that Snaker finds out he is so much better than Gumayushi and Keria?
Yeah, dude. What
And then they
if
just keep
T1 doesn't lane swap out to get out of the Draven matchup, and then they get
I know. I mean, like, that's what if, you know? And
Yeah.
they wanted to take the chance.
and then he watches his support just get fucking gapped.
Happens.
Okay. I mean, we invest a lot here.
Sometimes when you're a minor region, you don't have anything else better going for you. Sometimes you just have to pray that you can smork them, and then the superior region will say, there's no way that LLA actually wants to hand check us. We'll show them, and then, you know, you bait them in.
Yeah. I think the TP from Cody was necessary just in case the Viego kill doesn't connect. Oh. 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 The map is on fire. Like, even if this kill hits, the wave is still pretty much in. And it doesn't... They don't do scouting for this.
All right, brother Matt.
I'll see you for the games.
This is where I depart, but yeah, I'll see you later.
Sounds good. Thanks for joining.
But just let me know when you're gonna watch the teaser, because
Oh, you want to be in for that? I mean, I'm watching the teaser in like 10-15 minutes here, my friend. Are you trying to sneak in a game of League of Legends before this?
I'm already in a lobby. But you might
is it a 5-stack?
You might be able to sneak in the next one.
Oh, okay. I'll sneak in the next one.
Okay. Later, chat.
Thank you, Mark.
Also, thanks for the coffee, Matt. You're stinky.
Thanks. It's good to be stinky in this house. Carry on? I mean, they scout this. How'd this happen? It's like, we're in replays right now. I guess Owner is playing... So he goes Crab into Raptor. You just can't take the Raptor. It's so hard to tell with replays, guys. I'm sorry. Like, the wave's not in yet, and Jose's deploying out of base. Alright, that's an oopsie from T1 for sure. It's like Owner can just take his camps and reset, and then they can contest, and then Keria walks in. on his own. This is not range yet. Okay. I feel a little bit. I was a little bit stinky from T1. Dude, Guma's lethality Callista is quite good. Guma definitely showed up for these games. T1? We just missed a W? Oh my god. That's stinky as hell. Okay. I mean, T1 did get a little bit stinky in there. Wow, that was... Damn. I mean, I feel like T1 just, like, monumentally fucked up. This is, like, not even me, like, trying to be, like, T1 biased. Like, that's dumb plays. Wow, alright. Like, why aren't we going bot here as Cody? I feel like a straw we're just trying to make too many plays. Yeah, like a play here is just not an option, and Cody is dropping a bot turret for this. Yeah, this is not a good decision. I feel like Astral needs to commit to playing the lanes a little bit more and trying to find timers. Like, they just aren't disciplined in this. Like, trying to fight a lot. I mean, rather go down fighting than not, but... Like, now you get a map state where Cody is stuck in his turret and Faker is able to do a play like this, and even when this doesn't connect, it's still really good. Oh my god. Cody actually just got banged. Yeah. I think Cody really needs to be there to contest that bot wave. That's what opens up that angle. It's really tough. Chance Fly takes the game off T1 today? Probably not. I think the greatest strength of Fly is that they commit really hard on the sides. And I mean, T1 hasn't put together the strongest game, but I think the T1 trolled a little bit. If they play, I'm going to cope and say if they play a little bit more disciplined, they're going to be fine. But I will say, like, with lane swaps, it's going to throw a nice wrinkle into things. I think we're going to see a couple more upsets in MSI just because some teams are going to understand lane swaps better than others. Like, the power level of some of these teams is very much their ability to play out lanes. Like, I mean, I'm thinking especially of, like, BLG, you know? I think BLG is a really sick laning team. Like, lane swaps for me, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think that Bin is, like, outstanding in all facets of the game. I really think that Bin is, like, a fucking insane top laner. I'm very, very high on Bin coming into this tournament. I think this guy's next level right now. Nice Ash Arrow. I mean, they get quite a bit here. I think Cody pushing this is a little bit fast. But I do think that, like, BLG... A lot of their strength comes from, like, all three of their lanes are just so insanely good. So if you're able to avoid a couple of those lanes, like, I think they team fight okay, but I don't think their mid games or rotations are their strength as a team. I think other teams can beat them in that scenario. Unironically, I think lane swapping also does help Gen G quite a bit. I think Keen's an outstanding laner, but I think their bot lane is a little bit better outside of lane than within lane. Mostly looking at pays. And I really value the hens outside of lane. Straw's playing map a little bit too illegal for me to have a chance to upset. I think they're dropping too many waves, even with the kills being where they are. Like, for me, Orianna is still just on such a monumentally... Like, Faker is farmed so many waves for free as Ori, and it has not been contested at all by a straw in a lot of scenarios, or a couple scenarios where I feel like it could have been in this. So, I don't know. Like, I think they're going to put themselves on timers. Not bad. Nice. But again, like, we're TPing to play with nothing, and Faker just gets to farm. And we just burned Draven Flash for nothing, so now we're cooked. And we lose, like, both our maps on fire. Like, every single time a Straw map's on fire, like, when a Straw sees T1 on the side, they're using it to, like, try and find a play. And then their map just gets set on fire. When it gets somewhat neutralized, and it opens up angles like this, where Zothfi is showing on 2 waves in a row. Because Faker set it on fire. And then it's just Ogre. Like, that play pattern's happened multiple times this game. Oh my god, Keria. Wow. Like, Keria buys so much time. I know he goes down, but again, look at Faker. Faker gets 2 farm for free. Faker doesn't have TP. T1 is trolling by trying to go for this. Nice charm. T1 should not be up here. They should sack this wave. Again, look at the waves. Like, a straw is on enemy side of map, and they have 3 waves that are hitting their turrets right now. Like, T1 baiting them here is like, they're like, if this skill shot misses, then you're going to lose so many resources, you know? I literally think that's their train of thought. But they're trolling by going for this still. They're giving Ari resets. They're giving Draven gold. That's hilarious. Like, even Draven gold, like, it's pretty neutralized by Orianna getting wave, XP, and turret. And Zothfi is dead. Yep. Sorry you got French by Twitch. I think I have the ad set for 2 minutes every hour. So I hope it's not too brutal on you guys. But I do like... I would like my Twitch money. We're taking Bezos buckaroonies. Yeah, I mean, sick replay. Your maps. Just not playing the game of League. We're playing... It's like when I play with Raafaa and friends. It's play for 1,000 kills a minute. And now, like, Faker's level 15. They had 2 levels on Ari, and he almost has Death Cap, which is, like, almost up a full item. He has Zanya's, so plays can't really be made on him. Oh, they got his flash. That's nice from Cody, but, I mean, Zothfi's dead. Okay, not dead. We hold Shockwave. True fucking players. Nice. That's really good. That's really nice. I appreciate that, Sky. You're a real one. Faker still lives. Well, I mean, that's a good look from a straw, but... Okay. And I guess Owner just gets to style this fight. We do love Owner Viego. Oh, my goobers. Oh, my goobers. Man, Owner Viego Lee is so... It's so clean. I don't know. I guess Straw, like, did they have a chance this game? I don't really think so. I think their maps were so in Fuego this entire game. T1 is trying to style. We respect it. Yeah, I mean, that's a nice look. I think... Sorry, I didn't look at this play. I guess I'll analyze the replay. I think Faker trying to hold the line here is okay. I think the one thing I'd be oh, wait. I have to go back. Spectate's always bugged. I don't... Oh, I guess Cody does have flashback or ult back up. I didn't know if Cody had ult up or not. I think Cody having ult up means that this is a little bit tricky. I know it's also against Ashe where you have hawk shots, so I guess Faker holding this angle is pretty aggressive. He's pretty far away from his team. I think, if anything, you can have Rumble hold like this line, because then you're closer to Callisto. So maybe Faker and Rumble can hold that together. They're trying to hold that one, but then Goomba can't help, and Carry is not the one to catch skill shots, so... Okay. That's one idea for T1. Guys, we must show all the replays so that we can't watch the map just being consistently lit on fire by T1 against Astral. We have to show the fights being somewhat close because Astral are sacking their entire economy to try and take fights. They're sacking 100% econ to find 20% plays to hopefully outplay to find an advantage. Yes, Draven is down 4 levels. It's hype. This game was close, guys. They looked better than what they should have looked because we fought 24/7. Hoi. All right. Well, that's it. Let's